Hey guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Demetriou. I play Doris in Final Fantasy 16. Ben Starr, who obviously plays Clive, is a great friend of mine, and I asked him if he wanted to come on my Twitch stream, play a bit of the game for you and answer some of your questions. He said yes, because he's amazing, and this is an edited version of that stream. We've got a Q&A at the beginning, and then we've got him doing a few of the hunts at the end. I really hope that you enjoy it, and welcome to my channel. Coming up in this video. Once upon a time.
Once upon a time, there was a young boy named Ben, and he had dreams of becoming an actor. Joshua, why the are you standing there? I've told you multiple times that we need to kill the out of this demon, and you're just doing nothing.
Here we go. Cheers.
Cheers.
To Torgal.
My wounds, boy. I have been a PlayStation kid since I was 9 years old.
Same.
I love PlayStation games, and it's just been easiest for me. Even in the dark old PlayStation 3 days, where there was nothing there and the cell processor was absolutely useless, I was obsessed with that. I was the person playing Skyrim on the PlayStation 3, which
on the PS3,
which was impossible to play because what I think Todd Howard admitted this recently. The way that they created the game was that every time you saved it, you saved the game on top of the last time that you saved it. So the save file just got bigger and bigger and bigger to the point where you were saving the entire world on top of it because they didn't know how to use the cell processor. This might be wrong, but I think it is also right. And so my save file for Skyrim after 100 hours was bigger than most game files.
That feels like such a massive oversight.
Yeah, it does, but I was so obsessed with that game. I ended up, I was an elf called Maeglin, and I ended up marrying an orc named Gorbash the Iron Hand, and I took him back to my home, and every time I would come back, he would say, "Good to see you again, my love." And I'd be like, "Gorbash, thank you."
That sounds so sweet. Like, who doesn't want to come home to an orc? You know?
Yeah.
It's
so
just...
shout out to my Gorbash fans out there in Skyrim. If anyone else married Gorbash the Iron Hand, then
Casabella said that's why it kept crashing all the time.
Because too much Gorbash.
Floon says, "Do you have a Switch?"
I do have a Switch. Yeah.
Switch.
Do have a Switch. I recently Metroid Prime Remastered was the thing I was absolutely jumping on recently. So.
I still associate Octopath Traveler 2 with you. You just rave about it.
Me? Yeah, it's absolutely incredible. I put like 90 odd hours into that game.
9-0.
9-0. It's so good. The music in Octopath Traveler 2 is sensational.
Is the first one good as well?
Not as good as the second.
Oh, that's good then.
And you don't need to have played the first.
When a sequel builds on the first, it's always appreciated rather than coming to...
I think they worked out the kinks
right.
with the second, and the second is really accessible, and you can play the stories at any point. I don't know how well you know it, but you can choose which of the 8 characters you want to start with. So I started out with a brilliant thief named Throne. She's great.
Throne.
And then you can basically travel around the world, and then you can pick up the characters as you go, and then it gives you the option to play their intro section, and then how they got to that section of the game, and then you bring them to the party, and then they each go to this town and play their part of the story, or go to this town.
So it's way more expensive than I thought.
I
thought it was quite linear.
No, you can do whatever you want.
Well, there you bloody go. Hello, Chef. Is that the voice? Is that the new voice of Mario?
It is.
It
yeah.
is. How did you know?
Oh my God, it's huge. I love that this is really taken off. I have so many people.
Is that the new voice of Mario? Maybe.
Yeah, it is. I actually I saw someone post a comment. Which was, "What the fuck is this? This is a terrible voice audition." Genuinely seriously.
They thought you were being...
Because I think someone on YouTube or had done a story on it, being and then someone...
And they'd taken it seriously.
If you don't get the joke, then it is a terrible voice audition. That's the joke, guys. Yeah. The joke is that I don't sound like Mario.
I'm surprised constantly, even on stream, how many people don't realise I'm joking. So let alone with the scope that you have, just doing a tweet.
Yeah.
Not everyone can read tone.
And that's
online.
fine. Also, to each their own.
Exactly. Ben, are you playing Baldur's Gate 3?
I will be when it comes out on PlayStation 5. So I look forward to playing that. Thank you.
So you will be... I haven't started yet, but I'm excited as well.
I'm so excited. It's the one game this year that I've been thrilled for a very, very long time. and I can't wait for it to play.
Have you played any of the others? I haven't played any of the others at all.
No.
Same.
No.
Okay, well, that's exciting. We'll collab. We'll do like, I'll be like, Ben, it's 2 a.m. You awake? Do you want to play Baldur's Gate?
Maybe when I finally play it, it'll finally be a success because no one's talking about it.
No one's talking about
Baldur's Gate 3.
God,
it's a very small game that no one's interested in. When we play it, it'll finally get the success that it needs.
I've voiced about like just 3 or 4 sporadic NPCs around the game, but they're all evil, and everyone kills me every single time. And I'm like, why is no one doing like a bad playthrough?
Can you give us a voice?
Me?
Yeah, from one of your characters.
Oh, it was basically just my voice, just a little bit more smarmy.
Okay, great.
Flynn! Hey both, thank you for such an amazing job playing Clive and Doris in FF16. The game emotionally destroyed me. That was his entire goal. In fact, when we were both working on it, we would say, let's hope to destroy people.
Yeah. I don't want there to be anything left of these people. I want them to be
just obliterate
puddles of nonsense. I get that regularly. I have people messaging me saying, thank you for ruining me. And I'm like,
oh wow.
Yeah.
That could be interpreted in several different ways.
Yeah. So I choose to ignore it.
Yep. We've got a few questions. I'm going to run through those questions with him. Then we'll do the spoiler-related questions after that. And
yes.
I'll put on the screen warning spoilers so that people don't get spoiled if they're halfway through it or something. Then we were going to go make an Aperol Spritz. Show them your t-shirt. He brought an Aperol... He's wearing an Aperol Spritz t-shirt. That's how passionate he is about this drink.
Give the people what they want.
Off. Okay.
Take it
different
off.
Stream. But we're going to make an Aperol Spritz, then we'll come back, and then he's going to do some of the hunts that I haven't done in my playthrough, using his loadout and the way that he will do his abilities and stuff. He's going to reset my tornado, and
I can keep the tornado if you want. No, I will. I'll keep the tornado.
Oh!
I'll keep it. It'll be completely useless to us, but I'll keep it.
Whatever.
I've been such a huge fan of just video game people for a very long time because I like to play them. It's the people say don't ever meet your heroes, but I've kind of got to meet all of mine, and everyone's really nice.
Oh, that's good. No one's let you down.
No one's let me down. Everyone is really, really lovely, and even like all the people that I wanted to meet, and I thought you seem really nice. Are you nice? And they're really nice.
Something that I think Ben and I bonded over when we met was the fact that a lot of voice actors do voices but don't necessarily play, and we both do voices and love playing as well. So we had so much to talk about straight away.
Yeah.
And so it's so nice that you're here in the flesh. I'm doing an evil run of Baldur's Gate 3. I promise you I won't kill you again. Good. Keep me alive and use me to your advantage. Pineapple on pizza, yay or nay?
I personally have never put pineapple on pizza, but I love that people do. I once had strawberries on pizza, so I'm the kind of guy.
Okay, I'm going to get him out of my house 1 second.
What, are you a pineapple on pizza person, or are you not?
I love pineapple on pizza.
That's great.
Strawberries are weird though.
But it was like one of these artsy food festivals where they were like, we're going to put like strawberries and raspberries on pizza. And I said, yes, I will. I'll have that.
I see what you're saying. It was an arty place for arty things.
So yeah, pineapple on pizza, let's go for it. Whatever makes Anna not hate me.
Also, my greys are really out to date, right? And I was like, oh my god, my greys. And Ben was like, same? Look at that face. What greys?
I've got greys here.
Talking absolute trash.
Grey is sexy. Grey is sexy, and I'm living for it.
Okay.
You're like Storm from the X-Men. Is that right? Just throwing out a pop culture reference that may or may not be relevant.
Oh, it's Rogue. Irelia, thank you for 21 months. How have you been? I've not caught up with you in ages. How have you been? Thank you so much for the resub. Are you guys siblings? Yeah, with this skin tone, definitely. I grey the same way Ben does.
Is it cognitive clips? Ben needs to redo all of Clive's lines in his bougie. What is this one? This voice, like that.
Oh, you imagine the whole game with that as Clive?
Yeah, it'd be a different. Well, it would be a very different
scene
game.
with Jill. It would have been so funny.
My women's boy. That's not even the voice. I've just made that up. So I would sometimes, read. Sometimes I wouldn't have the track of the other person that I'm reading the lines against. So I would sometimes.
Because you're probably doing it ahead of time.
Yeah, sometimes I would be. There are scenes where I had the other track down, which was really, really great, and there were other times where I'd actually be in the booth with people. But
generally, I had your lines for mine.
Yeah, because I would be in first.
Yeah, thank God.
Because they recorded all of our lines first, so before the Japanese, before anything, they would use what we did as the base, and then everyone else would have to copy. And so we were given a lot more time than I think a lot of the other languages were to do it, which is great because we're shaping the character. Shaping the character. But because they needed to get mine down, they would call me in, and I would just do hours and hours and hours, and I wouldn't leave for days.
That's actually loads of the questions that you guys submitted were about how long it took, and I mean, this game was probably a part of his life for such a long time.
For 4 years, yeah.
But yeah, when I'm lucky coming. If I come to a project as a smaller character, which happens all the time, then often the main character's done all their stuff ahead of time, so I just get to like fill in the gaps. So that they get to play it back for me. Thank God. Like Charlotte had done most of hers for Plague Tale, so they were playing her back through to me, so I had something to bounce off of. But not having anything played to you is actually a lot harder, because every other form of acting you generally have someone to bounce off of, and video games don't always give you that opportunity, so it's quite tough.
I sometimes had to re-record stuff. Actually, I would come in and I'd do my session, and then the other person would come in and record their lines.
Tone, and you had to match
and they'd be like,
tone.
"Oh, it doesn't actually work that much," so you have to go and redo them.
Yeah, that happened to me a couple of times. There were times where Charlotte's tone wouldn't match, Amicia's tone wouldn't match Sophia's in that moment, so I had to go back and match her response. Is grunting a hard part to get, like being out of breath or getting hurt? Well, you start running around the room physically,
oh my God.
right?
I would do...
I've started running in circles around the room.
I would, so let's say the microphone's here, like in these sessions, I get massively out of breath. I would walk to the back of the room and then just kind of get yourself hyped up, and then this would be my stance, where you're like that, and so all of the like, I mean, if you play the game, you hear it. There's a lot of that. You really like get into it, and there's a section, the Titan fight.
My favourite one of the whole game.
I remember doing what we would call the BEVs, battle events, and that battle event, where you are running in the Titan Lost, you're doing the and all this stuff. I'm like, you can do it, so can I. All that, that exhausted me. That and the Bahamut fight, where it's just like primal roar. Extra primal roar, the greatest roar that you've ever done in your life.
Oh, they have the varying levels and stuff on the sheet, so it would be like small effort, large effort, medium effort, full effort, scream, and then you have to differentiate whether like the small nuances between like and then
that's
like
really
all
good.
the different like steps up to it, because it's just like, and then when there's like full out and they're asking for 6 of them and your voice is shredded.
We'd call it the fuck it bucket, and basically we would just shove a load in. So they'd say they need 5 efforts, and I'd say I'm going to give you like 30, and we'd just shove them in the fuck it bucket.
He's a man where if you book him, you will get more than you bargained for.
Yeah, it'll just be going.
Do you happen to know the total line count for FF16? Also, different type of question. What is both your favourite desserts? Excellent selection
question.
there. Okay, line count and then desserts.
There's definitely over 100,000 lines of recorded lines in this game.
Just you or the whole game?
Not for me, no. I don't know what my personal line count was, but there's definitely over 100,000. Probably way more.
That's insane.
Yeah. And my favourite dessert is a melting middle chocolate pudding. So, like, the middle, like the melted middle, so like a fondant, with a bit of ice cream, even though I'm lactose
They're meant to be really hard to make at home, because it's always the dessert. It's like a souffle, really, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's always the dessert that they're like, if you want it now, it's going to be about 30 minutes. Here with that? And you have to be like, and you sit there and you wait for that fucking dessert.
Yeah, I'm like, that's a dare then. I dare you to wait 30 minutes. Like,
of course I fucking can.
I'll wait an hour. Make it 4.
I've got a big sweet tooth. I love like a creme caramel, creme brulee. I love rice pudding. Rice pudding I think is super underrated.
Really?
A rice pudding done well with like cinnamon, warm, bit of jam on the top. Love.
Ricey pud.
Carrot cake. I love carrot cake.
Wow, these are not what I expected.
Bread and butter pudding, also good.
What are you, like Did you own an orphanage in the 1940s?
The what?
What's going on? What? No. I love your choices.
No one respects my choices. None of. Why do you guys even watch me if you don't respect me?
I respect you, and that you like those choices. I think those choices are disgusting.
Okay.
I respect that you want
sorbet.
Love a sorbet.
Okay, good.
These are none of these are connected.
They're obscure.
You've just said things. It's though you've just been in a room and you've gone, I've seen random words.
I'm here to just be a little different.
You just can't box her. You can't box her.
My wounds boy.
My wounds boy.
What dialogue or scene was the most challenging to record? Could this be a spoiler question? If it is a spoiler question,
no,
should I
because
say
it's actually not any of the spoilers.
Okay, good. Could it be because of the emotions involved, remembering the fantasy names / locations? That's for me 100%. Or any other reason?
It was simply saying the word Quentin. The name Quentin.
Quentin, not Quentin.
Quentin,
Yeah.
It's Quentin, and I would just say I'd make the noise, and every time I had to do a quest for Quentin, Ollie Chance, who works for Schlock alongside Morgan Rushton, so hello if either of you are
They're
watching.
both amazing.
They're both amazing. Morgan is fastidious at his job.
They had such different approaches, and it was so useful.
Yes.
Because they're so... Yeah.
And Ollie is very patient, but you know when he loses his patience with you, and I could see it with both of them, because I was just saying, I couldn't say it. I kept calling him Quentin, and Ollie would just go, no, it's Quentin like Clinton, and so I would go, Quentin, and I would just say... You just do a drop in? I would just say Clinton. In my head, I would say Clinton before Quentin for ages until I learned how to say it. And I could, and it's so small. Like, there's lots of emotional scenes which, I don't know, because I felt like I was bringing a lot of myself to Clive. Those emotional scenes are quite not easy. They take a lot, but you just go for it, right? You like jump off the bridge, see what's going to happen. Cool. It's the tiny stuff, the technical stuff that you think I'm a terrible actor.
The technical stuff. I think people just think you are just saying words into a microphone, but it does get quite technical sometimes.
Oh, so
whether it's
technical.
about leaving a break for a certain that they're going to have. They're going to appendage another part to what you say, so your intonation has to be ready for anything that they might put after it.
Yeah.
And make it sound natural at the end.
We got really good at doing Franken lines.
Franken
lines, which are like, I would do 2 takes, and I'd be like, I thought it was quite good at the first part of that line and the second part of that, and you just sandwich them together.
Switch them up.
Yeah, you put them together.
Yeah, I remember in Playtale actually, a lot of sometimes my sigh at the beginning, they would love the sigh, but they preferred the previous take of the line, so they would take the sigh and put it onto the other side.
Honestly, the what are they called? The technical name for the
Charlie.
The programmers, who are the amazing
sound engineers.
Thank you. The amazing sound engineers at Side just are geniuses and make you sound really good, even when you're not very good. So congratulations to them,
Quentin. Also, whoever the person is responsible, if you're watching this video, either live or otherwise, if it was your job to name that character Quentin, that's it. That's what I'm going to say. I Like Saki said, what's your most favourite scene and your most favourite character, bracket, besides Clive in the game? Why?
I was in love with Taya. Michelle Fox, who plays Taya.
Were you actually? Because everyone knows that she's my favourite too.
No, but we've had this discussion before, and Taya, I would do scenes with Taya.
You have a Taya remote look because I'm obsessed with her.
Michelle Fox is so good as Taya, and I love her dearly. So Taya is my.
Was Michelle at the rap party?
She was.
And I didn't see. Oh yeah, you said this. I didn't even say hi.
Yeah, because everyone was avoiding you.
Yeah. Everyone was like, oh god, it's Doris. That serious side mission girl.
She smells.
Taya is also my favourite character. I'm not... No shade on Jill. We love Jill. The story arc of Jill is beautiful. I'm just saying...
I love Susanna Fielding dearly. She's a very good friend.
If there had been a pre-story...
Also, when I say I like Taya, it doesn't mean I hate all the other characters.
No.
That is...
People are all or nothing.
They are all or nothing. I like this character, therefore all other characters must die.
Oh, I just love Taya so much.
Yeah.
I would have liked maybe a player choice. I'm just saying on that situation. I'm not saying that I would have picked Taya, but I'm just saying I would have picked Taya. Have you started playing 14 again, Ben? Would you be interested in trying it? Anna, it's an excellent MMORPG.
I will be playing it.
Never played it before.
Would you want to play it?
Is it good?
It's the critically acclaimed MMORPG Final Fantasy XIV.
Critically acclaimed?
Yeah, it's a lot of work. It would become your personality. You would become a Final Fantasy XIV streamer.
Well, there are people that just stream it.
Yeah, and they make a huge living from it. Yeah, you could give up this variety shit and just do
variety shit.
This nonsense.
You guys want variety? Screw that.
Nope.
I'm gonna play one game for the rest of my life.
Yep.
Buckle up, baby. LeBlanc said the Twitter argument. I like banana. Twitter. So you hate apples? That's basically
it is
true.
that. Yeah.
It's true.
Yeah, it'd be like, what is this apples erasure? You know.
Genoxidus said, are there any memorable scenes where you were given specific instruction / emotion to convey in a scene?
Yes.
And now you've played through FF16, the scene was completely different to the way it was portrayed to you during recording.
No.
The acting thing, though, feels a little bit like that.
What?
The acting scene with Uncle Byron.
Yeah, that was a really difficult one to do, because how do you do that? How do you act? I knew what the scene was and what it was going to be portrayed as.
Mm-hmm.
Also, yeah, Stephen Critchlow, I don't know if people know this, who plays Byron.
Is that Byron?
Unfortunately, he passed away during the recording of Final Fantasy 16, so his part is played by two people, Ewan Bailey and
I had no
Stephen Critchlow.
idea.
And that was one of the last sessions I ever had with him, was that scene.
Oh my god. I did not know that at all.
Yeah, and listen, it's a tough one because there are two names in the credits, and Stephen is an amazing actor, an amazing person, and he also is a very great part in Final Fantasy 14.
Is that the only other one he did as well?
He did. I mean, he's just a very experienced voice actor, but he did Final Fantasy 14, and he played a character in that, and it was really lovely when he passed away that so many people went to his character's house and held vigils outside of his character's house. And I remember recording them and sending them to Ollie and Morgan, saying if you could pass this on to his family to let them know how much his work means to so many people.
Wow.
And we'll talk more about it, coming up. I believe that.
Were you in the room with any of them anytime?
Yeah, I was in the room with Stephen.
So you did some scenes, cutscenes,
yeah,
especially.
loads of Byron stuff together. Yeah, and I had to re-record a session with him after he'd passed. I had to come back and re-record some stuff. And there's a bit just before we go and fight. I go and fight Titan, where I stand there and I talk about. Clive talks about wanting to make a better world for people, and then I say, "Thank you, Uncle." And it was like the moment where like he walks away, and I had to re-record it after he'd passed. So yeah.
Oh my God. So for some of the big cutscenes, you had the other actor with you for like the emotion and for the bouncing off of someone.
Yeah, loads of Sid stuff. Ralph and I did loads of stuff together.
But not mocap. Just being able to act with them.
So we would just have the facial capture stuff on,
right.
And so a lot of that quippy stuff that you have between Clive and Sid is all because we're in the room together. And it's the same with Jill, and that was the hope. The hope was that we would have that throughout the entire process, but then COVID happened, so that wasn't a possibility.
COVID, because this game took years to make.
It did. 2019 is when we started.
Years and years and years.
Yeah.
I was actually going to this is not on the list, this is just a question from me to you.
Shove it to me.
Sometimes, Baldur's Gate, for example, I did all of my lines and they never showed me a single image of what I was going to look like in the game. Sometimes very early on for Sophia in Plague Tale, they gave me the image of her for the audition. So I knew what she looked like at the audition. Yeah. But when did you get imagery of what he looked like?
Before, there's an image which I think they may be releasing in the art book.
Was that the first time you saw him?
Which was the first thing I saw of him, yeah. And it's an image that not many people have seen, and it was one of the first kind of concept of Clive.
Early concept Clive.
Guys, I was in it from the ground floor. I've been a part of this character from like the early stages, and we've all kind of.
So nice.
Yeah, it's great. I'm never going to get to do something like this again, where like I was able to draw on so much stuff personally. So like, there's bits in this game that I'm really, really proud of, like that could have gone quite badly, like the accept the truth scene. The bit where he's talking to himself.
That's probably one of my favorite moments.
Yeah, that whole scene where he goes, "It was me. I did this. It was me," and he goes and cries to Joshua, and he's like, "I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry." Like. And that could be hammy and it could be bad, and then I have younger Clive and older Clive talking to themselves, and I'm the only one in that scene. That's tough. And then again, we made the choice that we were going to have Clive just be quite ugly in his grief. We wanted to display like ugly Clive, and so we want to, and sorry if you have your surround sound on, when he's in the prison and he's quite gross, and he's it's all quite an erotic scene because he's naked and everyone just kind of looks, but we were like, doesn't matter, let's make him like his voice breaks, you hear the snot, you hear him crying, and we thought let's just see how that works, because you're going to get stoic Clive. Let's make him as raw as you possibly can. I
think it's why a lot of people because everyone starts comparing the protagonists of all the Final Fantasy games and goes, "Oh, this is like this is like that." But so many of them don't have a lot of light and shade, in quite the same way that I think Clive does. Clive gets to have moments of like so, like, I think I was actually saying the writing of this I think is actually quite poetic. The way, especially the scenes between him and Jill, I think the writing is beautiful.
Yeah.
The way he talks to her, the way he talks about how he feels is so poetic.
Yeah.
And but then he can go back to being that kind of stoic protagonist again, and being, you know, tough when he needs to be and not. I think there's so many ups and downs in this that must have been really fun to play.
Am I allowed to say? I mean, yeah, if you're watching this, you probably have. No, I don't want to say it actually, because there are people who probably haven't finished it.
Are we doing the spoiler section?
No, we won't do it now.
I'll save it.
I do want to save it. I want to save it for later, because there's a reading of one of the lines that I would love people to know about as to why it comes out the way that it does. And there was this very particular choice that I made, and I told the team that I wanted to make, and then we kind of leaned into it a little bit when it comes to just before the end. So, remind us.
Stay tuned.
Stay tuned.
For a few minutes more. Unusually Kind said Clive showed the cost of war in a way that is so true to its reality that it was staggering to me.
So, listen, I say this stuff a lot, so I think sometimes I get bored of saying it, but a lot of people played the demo, and at the end of the demo, this very traumatic thing happens to Clive. And I think what took a lot of people by surprise was quite how like strange and gross how Clive's reactions to the "I'll kill you, I'll fucking kill you." It's like, and so we did it in.
It's not self-conscious at all.
There is no thinking behind it. It's just an emotional. We're just playing this particular beat, which is, imagine if your entire being and soul left your body. And so that's why he barely has any breath left in him at the end, because we thought that's what you want to play, is that you don't hear him speak again until he goes, Joshua. That's all he can say. Is everything about himself he's lost, because he's lost his brother.
Yeah.
And so that was what we were playing in the moment. And then so when you go to, 13 years later, he has nothing to say. He has nothing to say at all, because he's lost his entire being.
The jump forward was amazing. You feel it.
Yeah.
You feel it. His shift, his tonal shift is so immediately obvious.
Yeah.
I loved it. Are you tired of saying Joshua now? The word is just.
I am not tired of saying Joshua. In fact, it was a massive in-joke with us and the audio engineers, where I'd come on and just go, Joshua.
Have you played Heavy Rain?
I have played Heavy Rain.
You know the beginning where it's like, Jason. That's what.
Heavy Rain. I loved Heavy Rain.
Yeah?
It is. Now we look back, I don't think it would be that great, but I played it with all my friends, so they were like...
The controls are janky now. But the game itself is so good. Edward, thank you for 4 months. Good afternoon, Doris and Clive. Hope you're doing well in the land of Valisthea. I finally completed FF16 on Final Fantasy mode and got the Platinum Trophy last week. Congrats!
Ooh.
I think it's definitely my new favourite game of all time.
Wow.
Woo! Amazing. Hi, Raymond. You're both so talented, smart, interesting, and gorgeous.
I am.
Woo!
Or both of us.
Both, apparently.
Oh, that's a shame. I was hoping I was going to get all the credit.
Well, maybe just you then.
You're lovely.
Ben, you were so great as Donatello in Magnificent, bracket, no pun intended.
Medici. Yeah, so I was in Medici. I was in the first ever
Medici.
Episode. So Medici, Masters of Florence, as it was called back in the day.
Do you know Callum Blake? He was in that.
No.
Oh, okay.
I was in the pilot episode of that show, and it went out on Italian TV, and it was this big international project they were doing, and it had Dustin Hoffman in it, and all my scenes were with who's Robb Stark from Game of Thrones, also in Bodyguard and stuff. You'll probably chat can say this. Save me, chat. Richard Madden. With Richard Madden. So all my scenes were with Richard Madden, and I played Donatello, and I basically did the equivalent of that Family Guy quote. It was like, "Come, boy, and I'll show you the ways of the herd," and just like take him under my wing. And I did these scenes, and Donatello, lovely gay man coming in, kissy, painty, sculpty. And then I forgot all about it because I filmed it, and then I went to the theatre and turned my phone on, and that episode had played to like 10 million people in Italy, and my phone just like blew up because people had really loved Donatello in this episode. And
10 million.
It was the highest watched show in Italian TV history at the
Oh
time.
my god.
Yeah.
What year was this?
2016, maybe 2016.
2016.
Yeah.
Jesus.
It was pretty mad.
Avatar Patrick says, "Hi Ben, thanks for bringing Clive to life with your amazing performance.
You're
I
very
think I have
welcome.
heard you talk more than my family in the past month.
Yeah.
Could you give an estimate of the amount of recording sessions that you did for the game, or the amount of lines that you say? I think we touched on that, so don't worry if you repeat.
I did hundreds of hours, is what I will say. Hundreds of hours, and I lived inside. I lived in a place called Side, which is in Tile Yard in North London.
You had a tent in there.
And it was a lot, and to the point where Side, the company, actually just gave me a lanyard where I could get in and out of the building.
Oh, did you?
My own. Yeah.
I mean, it makes sense because you have to. Side has this thing where they need to basically let you out to pee with like a swipe card, and so every time you need to pee, you have to be like, sorry, and you have to go beep. So I'm always like, just give me a lanyard. Avatar Patrick also said, before getting the role of Clive, were you already a gamer before? If yes, what are your favourite games?
Big time gamer. Big time, enjoy it, love it. I obviously love Final Fantasy games. I've spoken about that hugely. My favourite is Final Fantasy VIII. I understand why that might not be your favourite. I also love all of them. I will also say that the Gambit system in Final Fantasy XII is amazing, and if you don't like it, then you're wrong. Or that gets people. Gets people. The Gambit system is perfect, and if you don't like it, you don't understand it. What's my favourite games? Metal Gear Solid.
I'm gonna start that from the beginning at some point.
Yeah, do. Journey.
Journey.
Journey. Please play Journey. It's 2 hours all the way through. I was very lucky to. Yes, I've met Austin Wintory, who did the soundtrack to Journey, and that was a thrill. A thrill. I love me an indie game at the moment. I think last year I really kind of delved into it. Inscription. I don't know if anyone's played Inscription recently, but that is a mind fuck of a game, and it's absolutely amazing. But I'm all into it. Give me a puzzle game, give me The Witness, but also give me a lovely story game. I lost my life to that game.
You lost your life?
Yeah. When I went for the Platinum Trophy, which is hard.
Ben also has a platinum in Returnal. By the way, just saying.
I do. I have the platinum.
I just feel like it's worth bragging about. I know somebody that's done that, as well as a few people in chat. But like, it's the hardest game I have ever played. So anyone that's platinumed it, I'm like,
yeah, I do. I like going for platinum trophies. So anyone who's got the platinum on 16, congratulations. I'm also going for that, but it's just taking me a little bit longer because I've got to do like stuff like this. It's just such a waste of time.
Time-consuming nonsense.
But yes, I was obsessed with The Witness. It is an amazing game. That you get sucked into, and the final challenge to get the platinum trophy is so hard because it's procedurally generated challenges of the learned patterns that you've learned throughout the game, and there is no timer. There is only the music to the Hall of the Mountain King, which is da 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 da, and you have to complete all of these challenges which are procedurally generated, and that's what you do to get the platinum. And that took me about 5 days to do.
5 days.
And when I did it, I was so happy that I went to Greenwich, and I got pissed with my friend with wines on
wines plural.
Greenwich Observatory. We bought bottles of wine and just drank directly out of the bottles of wine.
Plural wines.
Am I a gamer, or do I have a problem?
True.
Is this okay? I'm not boring people. I feel like me. I think talking...
everyone is just wishing you would shut up. Actually,
yeah. I can stop talking if you want.
No, that's why you're here. This is a bit of a weird question, but we'll see how you want to answer this.
Go on.
Hi Ben, if Jill was a real person, bracket minus her iconic powers, would you date her?
Yes.
Same questions for Anna, but with Taya. And of course, only in a situation in which you would be single.
It just got very specific. The answer is yes, I would date Jill, and yes, you would date Taya.
You know what? Emotionally, I feel like Taya is so almost sometimes guarded and closed off in an emotional sense that I probably would be heartbroken. So, like in a real sense, I would probably pine after her from a distance.
You can fix her.
Yeah, I would be wanting to fix. Yeah, I'd be wanting to be the reason that she was emotional in some way.
I think, honestly, I fell in love a little bit with Jill when I was making this game. Clive speaks differently to Jill to the way he speaks to
it's
other
poetic
people.
As hell.
He does, yeah. And there's a softening of the way that he talks. We kind of chose this, and there's a lot more honesty in it. You know, there's that scene towards the end where he goes, "Where do you see us after all of this?" And I really love that, my personal reading of it, because there's no kind of like, it's the inflection of it is very strange and very not un-Clive like, and it's more just like, "Where do you see us after this?" And it's like, there's no pretense of
No.
it. There's also a line that I really like in the reuniting with Byron, where Byron says, you're not good at lying or something, and then I go, is that true? Like really loudly, and then Jill goes, it's not untrue.
Yes, that bit.
And I think that is such a beautiful line of vulnerability and
Yeah.
honesty between three people that have grown up together.
Yeah,
And I really
there's a
like that.
familiarity immediately in that scene.
Yeah.
My favourite line that you say to Jill is, I never knew a smile could bring me so much joy.
Yeah.
It's my favourite line in the whole
Yeah.
game. I think I loved it so much that I think we added it as a quote because, and that video when it goes on YouTube that video is called I Never Knew a Smile Could Bring Me So Much Joy because it's my favourite line in the whole thing.
I like that scene.
I just love it because she's gone through so much at that point, so seeing her smile is actually quite surprising. Like it's one of the first times you see her smile in the game, and he just looks at it and you can see him like fall in love with her in that moment.
Yeah.
It's just such a lovely moment. Hi Marshall. Marshall comes in, first time chat just says K.
What up, Marshall? K?
K.
Okay.
K Marshall. Hi Demon. This is for both of you. How did you both get into voice acting? We both trained as actors at the same drama school, different times, and just got into acting in a traditional sense in that way. And then video games, I presume, came up for us both as part of audition processes, but you may have a different route.
There is no route, is there really? It's
No
just,
route.
Just put yourself out there.
Yeah.
I know so many people, all the people that work on this project or different projects come into it from a different angle. you
Yeah.
know.
But we both went to Lambda for 3 years.
Yes. May I, if I may offer anyone advice, train as an actor.
Yeah.
Just train as an actor. Just do that in any capacity. Learn what it is to do that if you
I
want
never
to do
even
it.
thought about that as a advice actually, because it's true.
Just do that, and then other stuff will come. Because if you think about some of your favourite voice performances you've ever heard, they trained as actors. They didn't train as voice actors. And I think that you learn that skill. Like Denise Gough, as in Denise Gough.
Oh my god, she is my favourite.
Yeah. Dedra Mira in
Denise Gough is amazing. If anyone sees her on stage, if anyone sees her in a play that you can go see in person, and Denise Gough is in the bill, please go watch it.
Yeah, Denise Gough is an amazing actor, and she is also Yennefer in The Witcher. Or like there are so many actors who move into voice acting because it's an opportunity to practice that particular muscle. And I think there is, people just say, I want to be a voice actor, I want to be a voice actor. But there is a lot, voice acting is a part of acting in the same way that screen acting is a thing. Yeah. And I think if you don't understand how to, represent the human condition in some way, then you will be failing, I think, in some way. There'll be something not there.
God, I didn't even think about the fact that most voice actors I know are actors full stop.
Yeah, they're actors.
Not just voice actors. And
in the UK.
Yeah, when people come into my chat and go, how do I be a voice actor? It's often that voice actors are just actors full stop in general. And that voice acting is a path that they have gone down for a while. And maybe, like, for example, for me, it's been the thing I've done the most for the last 4 years. But I still act in other senses as well. It's actually quite unusual, I think, that people just do voices and have never stepped before on a stage, or they've never done anything on camera. It's kind of just one section of a bigger job, I suppose.
And that's not to say that people who haven't trained as actors and who are just voice actors are less than. No. But I think that my route is that it's through learning the craft in some way. So just take a class, see if it's for you. That would be my advice.
Hi Anna and Immaculate Gentleman. Immaculate is such a good word for him, right? I've always thought this. I'm just blowing smoke up Ben's ass right now, but you've never have anything out of place. You're very kind of airbrushed always.
I am?
Yes. I can't imagine you looking like messy or dishevelled.
Oh, you should have seen me yesterday.
Why? Lazy day out?
Perfect. No, that's very nice.
Just so you're like symmetrical and put in place. Everything is just.
Do you think so?
Yeah, very much.
It's we're getting honest. It's very interesting the dissonance between the way that other people see you and the way that you see yourself.
Do you feel scruffy?
Yeah, I feel scruffy all the time.
Scruffy is not the word, I would say. It's closer to their FF16 character, Anna Doris or Ben Clive. That's Charlie's first question. I will keep going on. After that, I'm not looking at the chat and I'm going on back to the Excel spreadsheet. I think Doris is way too serious to be close to me. I think it's actually the most serious part I have ever played. There's almost no comedy or lightness to Doris much. She's so inner turmoil, so beating herself up. She takes herself so seriously that all of her side missions are about how much she's holding herself accountable to things too much. And we see a bit of like parentalness towards the end of one of her side missions, which is really nice. I think that's like the softness that we see from her for the first time. But I would say I'm probably a bit more jovial than Doris. Did I tell you that she was rewritten completely?
Oh, sure.
Doris was not like that at all. I recorded her for a year, very kind of like sassy and like had a lot more light to her, and then they were like no, and then they made her a lot more kind of brooding and like and she's got a horrible backstory. That's probably why.
Yeah, sorry about that.
I'm gonna guess that it's probably you being closer to Clive, but
yeah, I'd say so. I mean, listen, I've said this to you. I've got the opportunity. You play with me. You play with me the entire game. So there are always going to be bits of me in there. It's impossible not to be right. Totally. So yeah, let's just say that. Clive is not me, but certainly there are aspects of his trauma or his lightness or his humour that are me there. So yeah, I'm an idiot. Anyone who follows me on social media knows that I'm a clown. I'm a clown who's never been given the opportunity to publicly declare that they're a clown. So instead of using this opportunity to be like I'm cool and sexy and stuff, I'm just like I'm going to be an idiot for you.
Yeah.
And that's me.
Charlie said, how did you unwind post-traumatic scenes? Mine were not traumatic, yours were, so you do that.
Yeah. Sometimes some of my most traumatic scenes were like first thing on a Monday, so just keep recording this game. Keep recording this game. Go out, have an espresso, come back.
Coffee is the answer.
It is, yeah.
Charlie also said, who's your inspiration and why is it me? Wow. It is you. We're both inspired by Charlotte McBurney.
I am, yeah. I am actually. Can I just say?
Can we just talk about this?
Just Charlotte McBurney.
21,
nominated for a Game
BAFTA
Award. Nominated for a BAFTA.
Ridiculous.
Like went on this entire journey.
Ridiculous.
Charlie's excelled themselves with the whole process of speaking about your character so eloquently, being placed in the limelight, thrust in front of people and saying please talk about this game, and it is just is a paragon of class and taste.
Oh my god, that is a quote in itself. Charlotte, write that down.
There you go, put it in.
Charlotte said, I'm now red. Japer said, what was your favourite interaction with another character in the game?
Most of the stuff with Sid, but Byron. Anything
Sid and Byron.
Just Sid and Byron, just they're fun, right? Yeah, that.
I only interact with Clive, so anything to do with Clive. Well, pretty much, really. There's the other guy that I talked to that's kind of like my second hand was
Cole.
Cole was
voiced
so cute.
by Ben Tavasoli.
Oh, Cole. Anna _SNK said, we've seen a little bit of behind the scenes footage of Ben and Ralph in the studio. Have you recorded all your lines together with the according counterpart for the current MQ?
Yeah, a lot of them. I'd say I've pretty much recorded with most of like the main quest characters. I recorded a lot of stuff with them, and even though we ended up moving away from that in the process, I did a lot of the stuff that we laid down in those first couple of months. It was a revolving door, so I would just stay, and then people would come in for 2-hour, 3-hour sessions, and I would just do it constantly.
God, a revolving door.
Hello.
And every single time you had to be like, hi. I've definitely got energy for this.
Yeah, it was mad because I also just thought that like I didn't deserve to be there. You know, that whole process of
imposter syndrome.
Huge.
No.
I still have imposter syndrome now.
I think a lot of actors do.
Yeah.
It's very rare that you'll get an actor that's like, I deserve this role and this specific position, and I absolutely like. A lot of actors are like, what happened? How did I get here? I'm just so grateful.
To anyone that has that confidence, congratulations.
Yes.
I will say this publicly. I feel so undeserving of this because it just is impossible to comprehend that all these people saying that they've enjoyed the game, that my brain can't compute that.
It's very kind of unnatural in a way that most people will not experience anything like that. So it's like, how do we process something like that?
I'm going to PAX West next week. I'm flying to Seattle. And we're going to do a presentation on the main stage at PAX. And that is going to be a very surreal experience where it's going to be the first time, other than the Amazing Slay Station, but like where I am in front of 1,000 people or something. You know, that's going to be weird.
It's going to be nice to have that live audience experience as well. Gothic said, after you found out you were cast in FF16, how hard was it to contain your excitement? Did you have anyone to reach out to help keep that excitement until you were told you could reveal your news, basically?
It's impossible. You're not allowed to talk about it. You're not allowed to talk about it. It's very strange, and people will kill you. And also, the great thing is people in my life don't really care.
It's so true.
I care about Final Fantasy the most, and you just can't tell people.
Yeah. Well, in general, I'll get a video game, and most of the people in my life don't play video games. I don't really care, or if it's not, the lead in a Netflix show, they're like, so.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I'm in this, I love these games, and I'm like, this amazing franchise. I get to be a part of this, and they're like, okay.
Yeah, I was at a wedding this weekend, and people were saying, "Is it hard now with a writer's strike?" And I'm thinking, it is very, very hard. But I've just done this thing. It's a video game. Oh, I don't play video games.
It's crazy.
I went to the video game BAFTAs last year because Morgan and Ollie and I thought it would be fun. And Hannah Price, the amazing voice director who first started, she's also one of the performance directors on Alan Wake 2 and Control.
We're playing Alan Wake 1 tomorrow, just saying.
Can't wait for Alan Wake 2, oh my god.
Insane.
Also, Hannah's just wonderful and offensively talented. But we all four of us decided we were going to go to the video game BAFTAs, and Morgan and I were waiting outside while everyone was queuing, and this woman, everyone was dressed in suits, and this woman came up to us and went, "Oh, what's going on here?" And we went, "It's the BAFTAs." She went, "The BAFTAs? What, for television?" And we went, "No, for video games." She went, "Oh, nothing I'd care about then." And then just walked off. And then as she walked, I just went, "Yeah, fuck the BAFTAs."
Do people not think if the BAFTAs are giving a section to video games, then that's enough to care about them? Do you know what I mean? Like, if it was so boring and so useless, then the BAFTAs wouldn't care about them in the first place.
I think that people only care about what is in their very particular circle, and they are very entitled to care about that. But I think that if we don't understand it, it holds no value to us. So they don't care. And that's fine.
It's fine.
That's fine. You don't have to care about me.
I don't.
You don't. You made it very clear. I think the materia system is perfect in 7. I love Remake. I can't wait for Rebirth. I get to meet John Eric Bentley who plays Barrett in about 3 weeks' time at KupoCon in London.
Oh my god!
So if anyone here is going to KupoCon in London, I will be there. Probably fanboying about meeting Yuna as well from Final Fantasy X. There are so many of my heroes going, and I also get to be there. As a part of this franchise, so yeah. By the way, I also love Final Fantasy IX. I realise I have said this multiple times. 9, I think, is the most magical Final Fantasy.
I've never heard anyone talk about that one.
Oh, do not! Final Fantasy IX is beautiful. The music is stunning. The art style is amazing. Final Fantasy IX, magical. And I think Sakaguchi has said it's probably like the closest to what he imagined Final Fantasy to be. So many might say it is the ultimate Final Fantasy.
Many would. Nawaf says, my question is, if you had a chance to develop a game, what would it be and what would it be called? The question is for you, Ben, and you, Anna.
It'd be called Ben's Big Day.
Mine would be called The Last of Us 3.
Yeah.
I just want it so badly. But
do you think they're making
Ben's Big Day would be so funny.
Yeah. Why don't we make The Last of Us 3 Ben's Big Day?
It's just you going to the shop and getting some milk and bread and then coming back.
It's just doing menial tasks.
Just doing Ben's Big Day.
It's a walking simulator.
It's a walking sim.
But just about fighting decision paralysis.
Hi Spainy, welcome to chat. Rainman says, how do you calm yourself from the pressure of being the lead character in the first mature rated mainline Final Fantasy game?
I don't know. With that kind of pressure you don't, do you?
Just rock back and forth at night going, why? How? Why?
It's years and years of chastising yourself and thinking you haven't done a good enough job for everyone because it's immortal. It's immortal, all of this.
Immortal?
It is. It's forever.
Oh my God.
You'll be judged for it. And I know there are people out there who like it, and there are people who don't like what I've done. They've made that very clear. So it's about just balancing that and taking the good with the bad.
God damn. Which is your favorite character from the game other than Clive from Leon? I really liked Yote, actually.
Yote's great.
Love Yote. Yeah. Yote didn't get enough time.
Jess Clark.
And I actually loved Benedicta. I wish that she'd, not like in terms of her placement in the story, but I just think her acting and her character design, her character writing, her performance, I wish that she'd had probably another 4 hours in the game.
I think it's testament to the quality of the characters that they have in this game that you just want every single. You just want more.
Even if they're a villain, that's when you know she's done a good job.
God, just so good. Nina is so good as Benedicta.
She followed me on Instagram, guys. Just saying.
Oh my god,
We're friends now.
You finally made it.
We're friends.
Yes, Nina is also going to PAX. So
Damn it, I need to go to these places.
So yeah, any character, any big character, I could. Yeah, let's say Benedicta, my favorite character.
Really?
I don't know. Like I love them all.
Who's the blacksmith guy? I like him.
Blackthorn
I love too. Barb says, has Ben played the Plague games? If so, what did he think? You do not have to answer that. If you hate them, it's fine.
I despise them. I think they're awful, and I also think that
okay, bye.
Charlotte, if you're still listening, you're a talentless hack. Carry on. She said thank you, it's fine.
Oh, thank you, 3 kisses.
She knows.
I love you too.
She knows.
Hi Anna and Ben, do you guys ever listen to music in between sessions? If so, what song, album, band would you associate with your character?
Such a goody quez.
God, mine would probably be some very serious classical music because Doris is just very, very in her own head. I feel like it would be some like, I don't know, Beethoven. Okay. But yours?
I'm trying to get it up. I'm trying to think what I listened to like the most when I was doing it.
Oh, this is good. You're getting an insight to his brain.
What was I listening to when I was doing this? Oh. Do you know what I listen to loads? And it's not associated with Final Fantasy at all, but Crooked Still. Is it Crooked Still or Crooked Still? It's Crooked Still. So in The Last of Us Part 2, when you go to Ellie's house.
Yep.
Settling down Ellie's house, and they go and they put on some music. Yeah.
The record played in loud.
But they also play when they're in the barn and they're having the dance as well. When they're having the slow dance, that's all the same album, and I bought that album, and that's why they play it in the house because it's the album.
It was the same.
Buy that album; it's absolutely stunning. It's like folk Americana, absolutely awesome.
There you go.
And I became obsessed with it, and I listened to that, and I would listen to a lot of it during when I would go to sessions. So there you go.
There we go.
Neil Druckmann has fantastic taste in music.
Oh, Neil.
So there you go.
Neil.
Do you know him?
No, but he...
No, but I wish I did.
I just love Neil, and I love that he loves Plague Tale, and I love that he mentioned Plague Tale in his process, thinking about The Last of Us and how they even connected. I'm like...
Neil, I imagine you're watching this stream.
Neil.
Great taste in music.
Neil. So the third one, let's talk about it. When's it happening? And could I play a clicker? Could I play like anyone in that game, please? I'll do anything. Anything. While recording, did you have a favourite scene in the script? And then after finishing the game, did that favourite scene change at all?
Yes. There are scenes that I'm so proud of. That I am so proud of. And I was worried that... I was worried that they wouldn't work. And they did work, and I was really happy with it. But it's
God, I swear sometimes as an actor, handing responsibility to people that edit and write and animate, and just going, I hope that this ends up being okay.
Yes.
And like knowing that that's not, because you can't. The only part that we can control is the acting part. Everything else, after we leave that room, it is literally handed to a load of people that do the actual game itself, and you just have to be like, I hope that this figures out the way that I wanted it to, and when it does, you're like, oh. Amazing.
You can control that on stage, but you can't control it on screen or video games. And also, we are not the most important part of a video game. Like, there are so many other moving parts, and you have to facilitate that and forget that. And it's very easy for us to be like, I'm so important, but really not.
I always find it so strange, like, you know, on theatre, like, the actors come out and everyone's clapping the actors. When everyone that, like, if no one around the actors was there would be no performance in the first place.
Yeah.
And everyone's up there in the rafters, they're doing the lights and cueing everything, and no one's clapping. Like, it's weird. It's sometimes weird being the face of the team when there's so much that goes into any production of anything.
There is something called the sacred take, which was endowed upon me as an actor when I first started working. And if you're doing screen if you're doing screen, for instance, when you are recording a scene, the chances are that years have gone into the making of this scene. So it's been taking years to develop the scene. The writer has probably gone through 10 drafts. There has then been the planning, the hiring of the crew, the gathering of the crew, the paying of the venue, all of the stuff that comes down to it. And that's months and months and months and months for what will probably be an hour and a half of you filming this scene, which will then distilled into probably 2 minutes of you actually recording.
Yeah.
So none of that all of the stuff that has come before, and then often what you find is that moment is rushed because of time, and it's about understanding how sacred that moment is because everything has come to this point. All the work that you've done is for this moment, and it's the pressure of an actor coming on and saying the words. And that is a weird thing to think about, that you're not just coming on and saying some words, you are coming and bringing to life a moment that has had hundreds, maybe thousands of people have had their hands on this one moment.
I love that.
And it's and as an actor, I always try and honour that. When you go in and think, oh, I'm tired or whatever, it's fine. But people have spent years of their life creating this moment that you are about to do.
It's like putting the star on top of that Christmas tree. It's like it's all been done up, and then you do that bit, and everyone goes, "Oh," you know.
It's very easy to turn up and be like, "I'm hungover on this." It's like you can be all of those things, but right now you have to be perfect. You have to have put the work in because so many other people have as well.
I love that take.
Sorry.
Sacred take.
The sacred take.
I might even call
if
this
you
video
are an
the
actor,
sacred take.
if you are an actor watching this or anything, just bear that in mind. That's another bit of advice for you.
There's a lot of pressure, Zasta. I know, but it's also a privilege. I always say that acting and even streaming is a form of entertainment. Any form of entertainment, I think, is an honor to get to do that for a living. It's a privilege as well.
Yeah. By the way, I feel like I got really serious there, but yeah, it is. Also, it's quite silly. We do dress up in hats.
Yeah, we do. I mean, we look ridiculous most of the time as well. Prince Noctis says, "What was your favourite Clive moment?"
My favourite Clive moment is the one. Now it's changed actually.
Oh.
I really like the scene where there is a scene where he says stuff to Annabella. Is what I would say. Before that bit, I watch that now and I go, I'm really proud of that. That was done. Yeah, I didn't expect it to turn out the way that it did, and I'm really proud of that. So yeah, that's my favourite Clive moment because it's the moment where he just gets to. It's there. It's like
it's present.
It's the
chest.
fuck you. It's the absolute fuck you. It's the how dare you. Years and years and years and years you did this, and you get that, and I love that he gets that moment of catharsis.
Hey Yasmin, literally just finished FF16 about an hour ago. Did not expect to find the VAs streaming. Welcome in.
Welcome.
This is for the Q&A stream in advance. I have a non-gaming related question for you. What are your favourite sports to do/watch? And are there sports teams, athletes that you support?
Yeah. For you, it's football.
Supporting Ajax.
Ajax.
Oh, whoops. Ajax Amsterdam. It was a test and you passed.
I'm a Greek theatrical performer. Ajax to me. Ajax Amsterdam.
Ajax. I don't play. You know what? I was one of those people at school that I feel like my build fits being athletic and fits sport, and so when I did it, my teachers were like, "You should do this because you're fast running and you are."
You're a netball gal.
They thought they wanted me to do long jump and running.
Yeah.
But I
wanted you today to do that as well.
You're like, go long.
When will you long jump for me?
Get me a coffee in the back.
Yeah.
I feel no joy doing any type of sport ever, or even exercising in general brings me no joy. I mean, it's something I have to fight to do in general. So I abandoned all of that ever. But my family are all Arsenal supporters. I know some of you disagree with that in chat, but my family are big Arsenal people. And I do enjoy playing tennis, and I enjoy swimming.
Nice.
That's it. And even then, I don't really enjoy it that much. You?
I was very lucky to be very sporty when I grew up, and so I did most of the sports. Muscles boy. I would play a lot of rugby and cricket, very English sports.
Rugby.
There. I used to play a lot of cricket, and if I hadn't become an actor, I probably would have pursued being a professional cricketer. Is what I would have done.
Wow.
Yeah.
You look like you could be one as well.
I could. No, I could have aesthetically. I look like I would never have. You know, I look at all the amazing cricketers who are now retiring, and I think I'm actually older than them now. So
God,
I would have
it's
been
such a
past
short
it,
timeline being a sports ball.
I love all sports ball. I love all sports in general. Like, there is something thrilling when it's like there's the World Championships of this on, or there's like a boxing match of this, or is there I love all of it happening. I love BBC Sport. I have it on my phone as like one of my main things. And
Casabella said, what position in rugby?
So I mean, I started in various. So I started as a scrum half, and then as I got a little bit bigger, I was quite like bolshy as an 11-year-old. So then I was a flanker, and then I moved to outside centre, and then the wing.
I know what all of those things mean.
There you go. This is just great content for all fans of video games, isn't it?
Cotalon, my love, thank you for the question. 2 questions. Number 1, do you know where the character you originally auditioned for ended up in the final game?
Yes.
Oh, yeah!
I do, and I don't want to say it, but yes.
Okay, so we're not going to say which
I think
one
maybe,
that was.
have I said it before? Have I said it? I'm not going to say that until later on down the line, because I don't want to overstep the mark. I think I have told people before, but I'm not going to say that now. Just out of,
Yeah, no, I understand, because then that person would feel, yeah. Number 2, how many platinum trophies do you have, and which one was the hardest to achieve?
I have 70 platinum trophies.
What?
I do, and my hardest.
That is insane. Wow.
But I don't like. There are some people out there. Like I was very fortunate to go on the Trophy Room, which is a really lovely podcast. Carl Stevenson invited me on, and we went on there, and they have something like Kyle has like 200 or 300 platinum trophies. Like, he's an absolute pro hunter. I haven't played many video games this year. It's one of my big regrets. I've been so fortunate.
You've been so busy, though.
I know, but
how on earth could you play video games at a time like this? You're being flown around the world.
I am.
Repeating the same answers to the same things.
It's the best year in video game history, and I don't get to play all the games. And I suppose that like there's this amazing backlog of games that I'm going to have, But yeah, I did recently. The most recent ones were Viewfinder and Resident Evil 4.
Viewfinder I've heard good things about. In fact, Pete, I don't know if Peach is in chat. Peach is always talking about Viewfinder.
Yeah, but my hardest one to get was probably Crash Team Racing Nitro Fueled, or because that is like a 0.8% completion.
Of which, guys, is there SMNLPSCMB. Thank you for the follow with no vowels. And I always struggle with the no vowels because it's hard to say.
Which one is it? What's the name?
Is it someone... This one. Should it make sense to me?
Just say it.
Summonliscum.
Perfect. Similar. Anyone watching, my friends and I came up with a very stupid thing that we like to do, where when you sign your name and it'll be like your name but like scrawled, so it will barely even
when you're figuring out your signature. Yeah.
So what we decided to do was do a verbal signature, which is you just saying your name very fast. So my name, Benjamin Mark Starr, if I was to say it really quickly, it'd be... And so you've got to say it like a signature. So like try it. Anyone on stream, say your full name, but just like as fast as you can possibly say it. Go.
But that's how you say goodbye to each other? Yeah,
but just like, do you want to agree on it and go verbal signature? And we go... Do yours.
Anna Demetriou.
Say less. Go.
Anna Demetriou.
Deal. Shake on it.
This music in the background as well is just so funny. What am I watching now? This is such a grown-up stream. We're very, very adult.
Very grown-up.
Great vibes in here.
Great vibes.
The Aperol Spritz thing, Ben was in my chat. Actually, no, we were on the phone. Ben called me whilst we were doing some of the game.
Yes.
And we was chatting whilst I was playing. And I was saying, we talked about our favourite cocktails. And I was saying, I enjoy a pina colada or a mojito. And you said you love an Aperol Spritz. And I said, ew. And he said, well, you haven't had my one. And they're very good. So I said, okay, well, you have to make me one. And we'll see if they're actually any good. So I have got some stuff to make them. And we'll see whether his Aperol Spritz can change my mind whilst we play a bit of the game.
Whoop.
We're going to play some of the hunts that I haven't done.
Yep.
Ben resetting all of my ability points.
Yeah.
Creating his own loadout and playing for the first time live on anyone's stream before. So we're very lucky.
Tune in.
I'll see you guys in a second. Bye. Lots of love. Here we go. Cheers.
Cheers.
To Torgal.
My wounds boy.
My wounds boy. Alright, ready?
Ready. What do you think? Yes or no?
I'm not just lying to you. I was worried. I was like preparing for my but that is not as strong as the ones I've had before. This is nice because normally I just get a wave of like some bitterness, and that is nice.
Yeah. Is it something you think you could have again, or are you still like nah? Not
in summer, yes.
I feel like it's a summer drink, and I can't tell you all. I don't work for Aperol.
This is non-sponsored.
But I wish I could, because I love Aperol Spritz so much.
Why is it orange?
It is a bitter orange liqueur.
Oh, so it is orange. It's orange related.
Yeah.
Good. But it was just dyed. I'm going to put the warning spoilers in the corner because I don't want people to get upset. Warning! Spoilers.
Warning! Spoilers! I wasn't really a fan of facial hair, but then it grew on me.
Warning, spoilers. We are going to be talking probably about the end of the game. If you have not finished it before, please do not get it spoiled for yourself. It's an incredible ending. I would hate for that to happen to you. So if you are, get out! Now!
Mm-hmm.
Good? You've left? Okay.
Great. Please, guys, don't spoil this video game for yourselves.
Please don't.
Please don't.
It would be really sad. Because even I was sobbing. Orox Fosty Rocks says, what was it like to recreate the Phoenix cry in your own voice during the finale? It sounded like you shredded your throat, but it was so amazing.
Yeah, I did. That was such an interesting thing because, you know, I really like how all the people come back and help Clive in that final moment.
Oh, and you get all of the icons and it's like everyone's...
Yeah, I loved it. Yeah, it does shred my voice. And I think that there's something really imperfect about a lot of what Clive does. Like a lot of his grunts and a lot of his cries are very imperfect and broken and frail, and I like that. They don't have to be perfect. We're not creating... we're trying to create some reality there, and if a person would shout it, you know, just allow the emotion. And Morgan, Ollie, Koji were really, really good at allowing us to do that. And
making it sound human.
Yeah, make it sound human. So yeah, it was great. It was very, very emotional. And Jonathan is a brilliant human being who I love dearly.
Oh, 3 in 1.
3 questions. Selfish.
Number 1, your favorite icon. Titan. I'm obsessed. It was my favorite boss fight, and it was also my favorite icon to use, especially the wind up, which is my favorite. I used it constantly, and it took the most damage that I think out of all the loadout that I had. I loved punching things, and I loved doing the fight as well.
My favourite icon... Oh, they're all... So I had a very particular setup when I beat the game, and then I did the Chronolith trials.
Which I never got to. I never even saw that, by the way.
You don't need to play the Chronolith trials.
Sorry.
You've played the game, you've
finished it. I know, but I didn't even realise that was... You told me, wait till you get to that, and I never got to it.
No, but you're streaming it. Like, you're streaming, what, a 60-hour video game? Good on you.
69?
69 hours. Cheers. Alright, 69. Cool.
69
hours. 69 hours in heaven. Yeah, and I learnt to, so I did those, and then I learned how to use some of the powers. And right now, in my Final Fantasy mode playthrough, I'm pretty much... Odin is overpowered. Massively overpowered, as is Bahamut. They are massively overpowered.
When they're maxed out, though.
Yeah.
Because otherwise, it was underpowered for me. Odin was.
Oh, okay.
I was...
Yes, it is, because it doesn't do any damage. So, like, the ones that you want to use don't seem like they're doing any damage, but they boost up to Zantetsuken, which is an insta-kill.
Yeah, I called it like the Zanti move or something.
Yeah,
that's
Zanti.
the only thing that I kept from Odin.
Yeah, Zanti just clears out mobs immediately.
You get to, like, level 5. We are not drunk already. We've had 3 sips. This is just us being us.
I'm always drunk.
Question number 2 said some of the fans of the game felt like Jill didn't get as much spotlight as she should have. Do you feel the same?
I feel like, as I said earlier, loads of people would want to see more of all the characters, and I can't kind of speak to the writing because I didn't write it.
Yeah.
But yeah, I would love to see more Jill. I would love to see more Jill. I would love to see more Taya. I'd love to see more Benedicta. And yeah, you know, keep shouting loud enough, and maybe you will.
Yes.
You know, I think with this game, lots of people have expressed their opinions on it, and it has become a vessel through which people want to express their opinions about lots of things. And I think that what people can learn from it is if you say what you want and get it out there and say what you want changed and improved, then, you know, please do that. People listen to these sorts of things. So yeah.
It felt like a lot of things felt condensed in certain areas. Same way that I've spoken to you about a lot of aspects of the game. I think sometimes it would be like super concentrated combat section for a long. It felt very saturated, and then it would desaturate, etc. Same way that I think in relation to that Jill question, I think that's probably how I feel about the Jill storyline. It would be very intense on Jill for a period of time, and then it would move away and focus on something else, and then it would come back to her again. So I think that maybe if that saturation was mellowed out maybe more as a through line, maybe that people wouldn't have felt that way. I'm not sure.
I think it's testament to Susie's performance and what she brings that people want to see more of Jill. And I think what I love is that people have really run at that relationship. And we are spoilers now, right?
Yes, spoilers.
So I'm going to say the thing that I wanted to say earlier.
Do it.
Spoilers, everyone. Just before we fly off to Origin, there is a scene which I really, really love, in which Clive goes up to Jill and says, "I love you, Jill." And the way that Clive says that, I decided that I wanted to say it as an apology to her. As in, I should have said this. I should have said this years ago. I should have said this every single day for my entire life, that I love you. I am sorry that I've never said this to you before. I love you so much. And I need to put every single ounce of love into this one line. And so when he goes, "I love you, Jill," it's I'm sorry that I've never said this before. And then when Jill goes, "I know," some people have read that as like, oh, she's kind of swerving him a little bit. It's like, no, I know. And it's that connection between both of them where she says, "I know," that he's going, "I'm so sorry I haven't said this before," and she's known it forever and he's known it forever. And that moment of kind of like the consummation of their love is in that moment there, and their love will live forever because of that, and it's always been forever. And they are people who have
it's never been questioned.
Yeah. And there's also another line when we're in the Comric and we're heading up towards when Jill's in, we're doing her section of the story, and I think it's just party chat where he goes, I've faced my demons, you must face your demons too, or something like that, which I really love. The connection. Yeah, it's like, I've done my bit, now you need to do your bit. And there is this connection between both of them that I would always want to see more of. I would happily have just seen an entire video game of Clive and Jill together, because I think their connection is so strong and so important. And it's been really lovely that people want to see more of them.
It's those story moments that we've spoken about, why a franchise lasts so long, and there's only so much gameplay can make a franchise last for years and years and years and years and years. And if people are not coming back for the characters, and if people are not coming back from the story, and it's moments like that I think people love Final Fantasy. And
I love how many people are taking screenshots of that scene in the flower field, or when their like heads are touched together.
Oh, it's such a nice moment.
It's beautiful. Yeah. There is something so beautiful about it, and I think Clive speaks differently to Jill, because I was like, I think just because of Susie's performance, I would speak differently to Susie. Like, she is so talented, and I think what she brings to Jill is so human and real.
Very much, very much. Hi Tough, welcome to stream. Hi Miss Cy Fox. I love Jill and Clive's relationship. It's so beautifully nuanced and emotional, and it was a beautiful build-up. The build-up as well, yeah.
Yeah, it's nice. About people who are unable to connect. It's not like, oh my god, they found each other. They do, and I sense that frustration.
It's rooted in so much of their lives before the gap, coming back.
The trauma, man. The trauma of, like, they've both been... That moment where Clive would, he has his little cry in the barn, and he's like, 13 years without the faintest glimmer of hope, and then he's having his moment, and then Jill speaks about her trauma, which is horrendous. Like, she has killed, and she has killed to keep others alive, and the trauma that they go through, and they've shared that trauma together, I think is so, so beautiful. So big fan of Jill. I love that you guys love Jill, and I would gladly just see her.
There's so much love for Jill. Right. In fact, anytime I showed any ounce of affection towards Taya in that sense, everyone was like, "No, Jill!" So there's a lot of love for her, and I don't blame you guys at all.
Yeah. Also, Taya is the canon. Is the canon date? Did you go on the Jill or Taya date? No, Jill is obviously the canon. Did you go on the Taya date?
I took Taya, and everyone was like, "What are you doing?"
I can imagine people kicking off, because I have seen people online saying, "If you took Taya, you are dead to me."
I saw a tweet that said, "If you took Taya on this date, like, unfollow me," or something, or like, it was so funny. But there were so many moments in that where she's like, they go to get the ingredients, and then she goes, "Okay, well, I'll go get my bits and you get yours." And I was like, guys, she doesn't even want to get the stuff with us. This is already friend zoned. We've messed up. And then we finally come back to her, and she's like, "Have you got time for a chat?" And I was like, "Oh, we're back in. And then she was like, you haven't taken me out like ever yet. And I was like, yes. And then afterwards she was like, we all appreciate you, all of us. And I was like, oh. And
immediately friend zone.
We kept being like, oh. And it was just, we were emotionally put through the ringer by
I'm sure it exists somewhere in fan fiction. It must do.
I love them together. Okay, I'm just saying. But to be fair, also Jill and Tyre spent a lot of time together as well. I was like, maybe they don't even want me.
Listen, everyone's...
Tyre kept being like, Jill, can you help me in the workshop? And I was like, oh, okay, fine.
Everything's been made sexual in this game.
Everything.
Yeah.
Everything. It's Final Fantasy.
Everyone's fucking in this game. Everyone's just having sex with each other. That's what the internet
fan
wants.
fiction.
The pictures, people have made detailed images of everyone having sex. And it's just...
Welcome to video game life, eh?
Video game life is absolutely amazing, and I get tagged in a lot of it, and I'm like,
because
cool.
Twitter is it's not like Instagram where you can't post certain things. Twitter, you can post those things.
You can, and people do. They choose to.
My timeline is often just what's the word when something ruins it? It's just
soiled.
It's soiled. My timeline is often soiled with some random retweet from someone I follow, and I'm like, wow, didn't know that was on your timeline.
Yep.
I hope Torgal got left out of that, Kathy.
Well, I mean, also, Torgal watched the scene, right? The whole point is...
That's true. Everyone was like, what's Torgal doing at this campfire moment?
Because the openness of the game's ending. Oh. Yeah, I'm not going to speak about the ending of the game, which I appreciate that, but I think that lots of people want to hear my definitive take on it, and my definitive take would be very unhelpful to you.
Yes, there we go. I mean, because the ending is meant to be open to interpretation, if Ben goes, this is how I think it, and he's the lead of the game, then I think that it could spoil what people may want to think in their own minds.
Also, I didn't write the ending of the game. I simply turned up and did it, and I think that it's very important to think that Clive believes what he is doing is for the best of all mankind. So that's what I would say. There
you go. Annoying actors being on the fence about something.
I have to be on the fence, otherwise Square Enix will put a gun to my head.
It's true. They've got weapons. They have intel. It's very frightening.
Yeah.
Now I'm going to turn the music down because it's time. Final Fantasy 16. I'm going to reset all of my stuff. Genuinely intrigued to see what you enjoy playing with the most, and we get to see that firsthand.
So I apologise to people if you're thinking, what is Ben doing here? All these are really useful. They are. I'm just going to kind of like put my own spin on it. Okay.
Even the Phoenix Shift?
No,
we're keeping the Phoenix Shift.
Always Phoenix Shift.
Thank God.
Okay, what am I going to have on? I'm going to.
No worries, Cognitive. Thank you for watching, guys. Thank you for watching.
This is really going to be interesting. This is going to be like seeing deep into my psyche now.
Yes, the psyche itself.
So, guys, Heaven's Cloud, very very useful when you're rocking with Odin.
Make notes. Take notes, everybody.
Take notes.
Write it down.
And then here, Dancing Steel. Dancing Steel is your saving grace, everyone.
Oh wow, that actually does look pretty good.
It doesn't do huge amounts of damage, but it absolutely raises your... So for here, you want...
Heaven's Cloud
here. And then you want Dancing Steel here.
Okay.
And that's down there. I'm not going to have Titan. But I might just keep this because you like it.
No, I want you to play...
No, I just think for the fans we'll do this.
Okay, for the fans of the tornado stays.
Yeah.
You heard it here first.
Okay, and then for my abilities, I'm now going to go to not Shiva. Even though Shiva, can I just say, this thing, Diamond Dust, is pretty much an automatic stagger.
Oh wow!
It's absolutely amazing.
Oh gosh, you got 5 out of 5 stagger and 3 damage too.
It's pretty amazing as a thing and quite OP, but. I like to have this, which is quite fun. So I'm going to use this.
Impulse. I didn't use much of the light actually at all.
Yeah, actually, I'm so sorry. I am just going to undo this because I think that is...
Oh my
I need the points. I'm sorry, I just need the points.
Rest in peace, Tornado. It's gone. It's gone. It's gone.
I just need the points.
Dun, 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 dun.
Dun, dun,
I was actually going to say when it came to Shiva's abilities, because Jill had given it to us, I felt almost obligated.
Yeah, you did.
Also with Sid, I was like, should I put spoilers in the top in general? I'm scared for people will. Hang on. Like when a character has died and then passed on an ability to you, or has given it to you at the cost of themselves, the way that I felt like Jill did.
Yeah.
And then I didn't use that ability. I felt almost like guilty. I was like, oh god, she's passed it to me. What if I don't use ice now?
Yeah.
It felt unnecessary pressure.
Tristan, did you not use any of like the extra damage things?
I used high defense. I switched them out. I used high. I wanted the Berserker ring. I loved, and then I loved the potency of the potions because I realised that I forget to heal. So when I did, it would really whack up the health. And then the other one was either like defense or the might. I had the badge of might. I changed it a bit.
The Berserker ring, badge of might. I really want. Have you got a badge of metal +1? Am I being crazy here?
Is there a +1 of things?
Yes.
Can you buy it? Oh, badge of might +1 was there.
Was it badge of metal +1?
Oh, Karen.
Aye, it's a dangerous world out there.
It's a dangerous world out there, my name Karen.
I just saw the mic go right up.
Sorry.
It was so funny.
Sorry.
I just saw the mic below. That was so funny.
Karen is.
Rest in peace, everybody. I'm sorry about that.
You're rubbing me blind.
You're rubbing me blind.
So why did she say
I'll find a
that
better
when we are
price than
giving we are buying and selling from her because her job is a merchant? Why is she saying that we're robbing her? We're not.
You're right.
We're not.
You're right.
So will it be?
Excuse me, my sword is great. What are you doing to my sword?
Your sword is fine.
Anything else?
No.
Yes. No.
Okay, last check.
Yeah. Happy?
This upsets me. A great thing I think about this video game is everyone has their own way of playing, and I did not. This is not how I used to play the video game until after
the video game.
The video game.
Hey Berserker, how are you? Welcome.
Let's do...
Bye, Sin. You're rubbing me blind, you know.
That's really good.
No. Can't.
I think we spoke about this before, but
Severian.
Yeah. Which one do we want to do first?
I told him to do the weirdest and bestest hunts.
The weirdest and bestest hunts.
Let's
Let's see how well I know this video game, everyone.
Yeah, let's see.
I'll build a barricade so sturdy.
Go on then, what you said?
What about it?
So what was that? Yeah, I thought so. I'll build a barricade so sturdy, you'll what then?
When this bridge was broken and it looked like you could just literally jump over it, I was like, come on. Green sheaves.
Yeah!
Good thighs. He's also, I love the squeak of the leather every time he moves because he's wearing a lot of it. When did you get to see his outfit? The sexy outfit that he gets?
Really early on. Very early on. Yeah.
I mean, my God, when he came out the outfit with that new outfit on.
People did. I think I watched.
I was like, woo!
There's a streamer. I can't remember who it was.
Oh, there
I
he
was
is.
watching. Here he is. He's not so much of a secret, is he? He's right there.
Got an 8-pack. Secret. Rank B. Let's go.
Getting harder, I think.
Can't let that thing might stay so close to the end. Time to take a bull by the horns.
Oh, Joshua's going hard as well.
The great thing about this is it just pauses, so you can just take your hands off. Look at that. Not even touching it.
He's just going for it.
Not so smart now, are we, everyone?
Not so smart now.
And then you want to occupy him. He says getting hit.
Staggered.
Oh,
Elena, welcome in. Ben is majestic, I know, right? Welcome, how are you doing? Okay, what's this? Oh,
This is...
the lights?
Fun
Also,
time.
please note, no use of limit break yet. No use of limit break whatsoever yet.
I could have done that a lot better, but
Oh my god, look at him ass up. That is... what a view.
Look at that ass!
It was just so much ass. Oh.
if you think about it.
Big
swing.
swing. Oh, lovely, 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 lovely. Oh! Slapped. Dodged again though, lovely. I'm intrigued by this.
Probably a lot going on here. I'm like, what's going on?
Parried.
Parried him. Should kill him.
Perfect.
After.
Is it done? Oh, I love finishing with an ability.
Do people like that?
Did people like that? Quote. Did we get a raid? Oh my god, Disco, thank you for the raid. Disco Lando, the one and only. You playing BG3. Did you have a good time? Thank you so much.
Oh, did you? Very jealous.
Thank you. Welcome
Also, can we just kind of, as we're pausing,
Yes?
Final Fantasy 16, Baldur's Gate 3, a fantastic showcase of...
Locals will sleep easier without him at their gate.
Shut up, Ben. Of just really cool voice actors that are based in the UK.
Yeah.
Just really great.
A lot of us.
Yeah, a lot of people. You did it. Congrats.
You did it. Congrats.
Oh, God, look at us.
Look at us. You hang up. No.
Where are we going next?
Next hunt.
We're going to the Cattery in Dalmekia.
Actual cattery?
Yeah.
Cattery?
We're going to the Cattery,
Dun, dun,
which
dun,
I
dun,
believe
dun,
is here, which you never went to. Oh, on the way we're going to have to fight this guy. He was another hunt.
Oh, there's a hunt on the way to a hunt.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Hunt by a hunt. These are hard. These boys are hard and
These are
frustrating.
the long boys.
They're the long, like, jumpy boys.
Yeah, like a ninja.
Yeah. What were you doing here?
Yeah. Look at his blades. Rank A. Let's go.
That's what I'd probably want to call myself.
Yes, I know what I did.
It's just stupid stuff there.
Your feasting days are over.
Bahamut!
The problem with this guy is I can't use a lot of my normal stuff.
Does he move?
The wine managed to get him. So he's very, very fast. And so a lot of my Zantatic and wind up is based on this kicking off. And sometimes I'll just hit me mid.
That was a decent amount of damage, especially because he's A rank.
He's A rank too.
Yeah, he's A. Joshua's attacks are sick. I'm just gonna
He's
say.
just so overpowered.
Joshua is amazing.
Joshua's best boy.
My wounds boy. Ooh.
Stop. My mum would say, stop trying to show off.
Showing off then. He's called 9 of Knives. Who are the other 8? Is that a German word that actually means something, or did I make it up?
9?
No, no, the Zanti word. Zantazuken.
I can't remember. I'm sure far more intelligent people than me can.
Oh,
do it,
you
but that's
wiped him
always
out so quickly. You took him out quicker than the other one.
Okay.
Yeah, I think so.
That's the thing, because he's probably not as beefy, but he's
Yeah.
just fast.
Evasion is his...
Okay, I'll do this for you. Limit break!
Limit break! Hi Muse, welcome in. Joshua is best boy. It means Iron Blade in Japanese. Oh, that's what it means.
Thank you. And Zantetsuken has been the signature attack of Odin since time immemorial.
Oh, thank you for that. Thank you so much, Chow. Good info.
So, Final Fantasy VIII, you can get Odin, and if you have Odin as a summon, he will randomly appear during fights. You can never actually summon him, he will just randomly appear. And if you have him before a fight, I believe it's on disc 3, against Cypher, and use him, he will come and attack Cypher, but Cypher will slice him in two, and Odin will be sliced in apart, and you will lose Odin as a summon, and instead you'll be replaced by Gilgamesh later on in the game.
Permanently?
Permanently, yeah.
The drama. The drama on that.
The drama.
Oh.
This Republican War Panther can get in the bin.
Quote. Raj, we gotta add it. We gotta add it. Get
Also,
in the bin.
you can hear at the same time he's saying, "No holding back."
I love when you run through the combat and he's like, guess we gotta take this one out or something, and you're just running past it like, no, I'm not actually.
To arms.
No arms.
I'm good.
Silence.
To the cattery with you.
The sickle.
You know what I'm gonna do?
Tell me.
Get off. You can attack with this.
Yeah, you can do like a kick. Leg eater.
Sometimes if you just want to just use it, just to show you the power of Zantetsuken, I'm going to. You're not really attacking it anymore. What are you doing there? I was attacking something in the air.
Oh, he can't do it. It doesn't work aerial wise.
Yeah.
Also, he's still alive. Awkward. Stealthy Golem, thank you for the being in the chat and for being here. Leg eater. Why does he want your legs and no other part?
It's all it's just people are into weird kings.
Yeah, just legs. Legs only. Leg only run.
I imagine you liked this a lot, the Phoenix Shift.
Yes. If they were far away, I would be able to like dodge away, let him do a big attack, and then come right back in and do what's the wing up attack? I love that.
Wing up. Rising Flames.
Yes, love that. Rising Flames was a good one.
So we're going here. We're going to.
You can kind of tell because there's like these bulbous parts of the map that look like an arena, just like off on the side.
Yeah.
That's when you know there's a hunt.
It's my favourite part of any video game. It happens in The Last of Us a lot, where you're like, oh, there's some boxes on the floor.
Yes. And a room with a door that looks like it's about to close behind me. Oh, that's not even a hunt, that big boy?
No, that's just Hill Gigas. That's a Hill Gigas.
Good girl.
My.
Good girl.
Good. Perfect.
Fly, Ambrosia.
Grimalkin. Oh, C rank. Okay, we've got to do this in 10 seconds, otherwise lame.
So this one, there's loads of waves.
Waves?
Yeah, so these little boys
baby
down here.
boys.
So
Time for the pack, is it? Let me introduce you to mine.
dead.
Let me introduce you to... Oh! Holy crap. Okay.
You see the power?
One wave done in one move. Joshua, get out of the way.
That was rubbish.
Joshua, move.
Joshua, get the fuck out of the way. Can you see I'm fighting here?
It's good to have you back, but please.
Yeah.
Move.
Brother, I've missed you, but please get the fuck out of the way.
Cinderil with 20 gifted subs. Thank you so much.
So you see,
I feel like they're fueling his gameplay. Thank you. It's helping him. Lauren Rose, thank you for the follow. And Meek, thank you for tier 3 for 9 months. We do have triplets together. What do you want to call them? Tier 3. Thank you so much, Meek. Tier 3 is amazing. Thank you. And thank you for the 20 Cinderella. Is that a line recorded and then cut sometimes?
what?
Joshua, move the fuck out of the way.
Yeah. Let's record it now. Joshua, get the fuck out of the way.
There we go. Put it in. You can add to your own gameplay. It's an expansion pack.
You're finished.
Spanny pack.
Span pack. It'll all be out in a patch.
Ah, I see your. Why did I do that?
Oh, you. That was cool.
It's fun. This. Hello.
Does that have a cooldown?
No, you can do that anytime. That's instead of lunge.
Oh.
Should I waste it on these guys? Yeah.
Harry.
No, it's fantastic. That'll be dead. You just kill. You can just instantly kill mobs with it. So it's just done. That's how powerful
It's done.
it is.
Oh, and then you have to get him.
And then there was one.
He's got massive shoulders. Look at him.
Yeah.
Chunky.
Someone's been in the gym.
Do you gym?
Do I gym?
Yes.
Do gym. Oh, what's that?
Every day?
I haven't been for a while because I'm not doing well.
Oh.
I do like to go. Mainly for my own mental health.
Yes.
I think you can choose to go to the gym and want to get better physically, but also I think mentally it's very good for you.
Exercise.
I say most actors, one thing a day. Do at least one thing a day. It makes you happy. Do something for you.
For me, that's often a bubble bath or my painting by numbers. I'm really cringe.
Exactly.
I love painting by numbers so much. It calms me right down.
Painting the numbers.
Yes. TN Cleon said, question for Ben, I recognise you from a movie, just don't know where.
Oh.
A movie or a TV show?
Yeah. I love that.
Which one?
Which movie?
It's for you.
For me?
Yeah,
Which
it's you.
movie? Which movie?
Movie.
Tell me which movie
Oh my gosh, you're pounding. Don't make it weird.
Make it weird.
Ben looks like a young Daniel Gillies.
I do.
Almost done.
I thought I would just use that for no reason.
I always waste an attack at the end because I want to end on an ability and then I just end up fucking myself over. Joshua, stop.
Limit break!
Woo!
It's over.
The way that your voice went roar.
Honestly,
It's over.
I'm really talented, aren't I?
Very talented. Question. Oh, you got a hide from that. Maybe I can make something with it. Thank you for that.
You could have done earlier on in the game. It would have been useful for you.
Now, not so much.
No, absolutely useless.
Wow.
What would people want? What do we want?
S rank.
You want an S rank.
Ding. Someone said go kill the chocobo. Which one?
This one. Dread Comet.
Do it. It's a big boy.
It's a big boy. Let's do it. People want to see me take out S ranks. I get it.
They're all judging you.
That's okay.
Oh, people are saying Svarog. Svarog, Dread Comet, we want blood. Svarog, Svarog.
I'm gonna do a different setup for Svarog.
Oh.
I'm gonna do that.
Is that is that the hardest hunt?
Yeah, it's the hardest hunt.
Woo!
I think I'd die a couple of times.
Aye, it's a dangerous world out there.
I'm sorry, Karen. I didn't ask.
I love her different colour eyes. And the cigarette that she has, or like a cigar that never runs out.
Yeah.
You're rubbing me blind, you know.
I'm not, Karen, I'm giving you money.
Come again. Or don't. I'm not much bothered either way.
Did you meet her?
If you speak to me like that again,
This is exactly,
Karen,
that's what I would say.
how dare you? How very dare you?
If you speak to me like that again.
Karen, I have been fighting enemies out in the wild, and you
Still alive, are you?
I am. Karen, you are giving me mixed messages here. What do you have to say for yourself?
Clive.
Yes?
Go on then.
I'm sorry.
Who was proud?
Karen, it is whiplash having a conversation with you right now.
It's whiplash.
I'm coming in and you're very positive, and then sometimes you're very mean. How are you, Karen?
Still alive, are
Yes, I'm still alive.
you? Soon.
Do you expect me to crawl in here, a corpse, asking to buy things from you, Karen?
Aye, it's a dangerous world out there. Let's stock up what you can.
That's what we're here for, Karen. And then when I did that, you told me that I'm robbing you blind.
Also, I'm beginning to believe that cigarette isn't real.
It's
Because
an
it hasn't gone
e-cig.
down one...
100% an e-cig.
Yeah. Is that one of those fake ones they have on stage? Really good. Also,
Raj is smelling a short fall.
hello, Karen. I'd love to buy some of these rugs. Do you have any in stock? Karen? A rug, maybe?
There's a big one at the back there. I like that one. Also,
this?
candles, bottles, staff with the
stuff.
gem encrusted
That is
staff.
amazing. I want that.
It's very Donald Duck Kingdom Hearts.
DD Kingdom Hearts.
I love Kingdom Hearts so much.
How much have you been to Harpocrates? Do you go to much to Harpo?
He spoke so slowly and reminded me of Santa that I probably didn't speak to him as much as I wanted to.
Fantastic. We're going to go to Harpocrates because...
Oh, God.
Knowledge hoarded is knowledge lost.
Look at his little beard.
I have a few new notes.
Oh,
that might
yeah,
interest you.
the little thingy. I wondered which game that was from. Was that one from your favourite one? The kind of little artwork.
You're welcome. I just got you a trophy.
Well, it's bronze, so who cares?
There is a rather fascinating excerpt I've been meaning to.
Okay.
Bridgeboy said, is that the Mario voice actor? Yep.
It is. Here he is. This is voiced by Morgan Rushton.
Hi, Terminator-ish. Oh,
10 of clubs.
that sword / axe / what would you call that? Is huge.
Yeah, it's very big.
That's an axe. That's an executor.
These boys are hard.
Not the gods' forsaken soul, eh?
That's Morgan Rushton.
The voice of him.
Those who have nothing.
No, listen.
So empty your pockets.
That's crazy.
They
Scotty. Torgal is going ham.
Torgal's
I probably could have utilised Torgal so much more. I just didn't want to have anything auto. But then when I'm in gameplay, I'm not focusing on what Torgal's doing. I'm trying to survive. So then
yeah, you could have done that. I tend not to use Torgal that much right now. I'm doing very much like what I would do with my
yourself.
Yeah, my Final Fantasy playthrough. This is literally my build as I play the Final Fantasy playthrough.
There you go. I just love that he shouts whatever he's changed to.
Yeah.
So that it's like the player knows. By the way, we're on fire now.
Clive, you could save yourself the effort by just not shouting.
We're on light now. Odin now. Just so you know, we're on Titan now.
It's like things on the Truman Show and everyone's watching.
Yeah.
Not everything's happening.
Joshua doing sweet FA right now, just pacing back and forth behind you, watching it go down.
Joshua, what is the point of you? Get in fighting.
No brother of mine.
Joshua, you are no brother of mine. Joshua, you are a disgrace to the Rossfield name. You bring shame on this house.
It's getting catty now. 2 precision dodges. Lovely, lovely, lovely. 3 precision dodges. It's hard to say several times. Precision dodge. I can't say it.
Precision dodge.
Precision.
Oh, is he staggered?
Yes, he is.
Sorry, that was really cool. Is he staggered? Like I
Said DLC requests sibling rivalry.
Limit break.
Josh versus Clive.
Yeah.
Oh, what'd you get? What'd you get? What'd you get? 10 of them. I definitely did that myself alone with no help.
Thank you.
No help. Bronze. Bronze. Always bronze, guys.
Yeah.
Where are the silvers at?
Silvers are usually at like... Yeah,
I
why
got
is
one
that only
silver.
bronze? You only got 1 silver.
And then the gold for completing it, but the silver was... Oh, Jill's here. Oh, everyone's here. I didn't realise Jill was even there. Jill, where have you been? Jill was getting a bubble tea.
No, Jill's been doing lovely. All the lovely ice attacks.
I didn't see her.
You're just such a Joshua stan.
Sorry.
I'm trying to find my way to the empty.
Does Ben ship Clive and Gav?
Do I ship Guy?
I've actually never seen that.
Have you not?
No, is
it's
there a lot
everywhere.
of love? I've seen Clive and Sid being shipped.
Oh, there is not a character in this video game that hasn't been shipped with another character from another video game. From this video game, sorry. Taya and everyone, Joshua and everyone.
I think Joshua and Yote need to be a couple. I think they'd be adorable.
Yeah.
I already feel the vibes from them. You get to see like a very small flecks of softness from Karen, but generally it's like your existence pisses her off.
We had a lot of fun recording lines with Karen because we decided that there is that. You know, she doesn't go away.
All right.
Not all right. Sorry, guys. I said all right, but I actually meant we move on. Is that all right? Josh, were you okay with that? Good. Sorry, I meant all right, we're moving on because we've got to fight these boys on the beach.
Different kind of all right.
Yeah, just a couple of lads at Magaluf.
Magaluf!
You deserve a rest.
Is this a hunt?
This is a hunt.
Why are they 4 of them?
3 of them.
3 of them. A trilogy. Valhalla Assassin's Creed.
Valhalla Assassin's Creed. Ooh, these are
Magath Bros.
These are hard. These are hard.
Yeah? Well, don't die then.
Don't worry. Don't worry.
Into the beach.
Into the beach.
To the beaches.
To the beach. Beach.
But not for long.
Oh, got them just.
Beautiful. So they just freeze in time.
Yes.
Oh my god, the health is so tanky.
Tanky boys.
That's a tanky health bar.
As you would say, chonkers. That's the thing about these ones is they can run in great use of that. What I'm going to do? What's my gem? They all lined up.
Bahamut!
Oh, fantastic. One of them has a stagger bar.
I'm going to move us slightly up so we have some more Clive. I'm going to put us here. Better? Jill, do something, honey. Oh gosh, they're down really quickly. What, was it maybe the Mega Flare that did that?
It was the Mega Flare.
The Mega Flare?
Regardless of the flare.
Ha! I'd say all three are absolute hunts. They're all they're hunts in themselves. Oh, they've all got names, separate names. Yeah. They're all individuals in their own right. Parry, you're good at parrying. I was never good at parrying.
This will be a play on the Mega Sisters, I imagine, from Final Fantasy X. So there you go.
Oh, Jill almost got yeeted there. Is that taking much? Or does it take it afterwards?
It just looks like it's not, but in fact it's taking cost.
Last boy left. Last brother standing.
Last Boy Left sounds like a really bad E4 dating show.
Last boy left.
Yeah.
It does.
And it would be presented by...
Single man, reveal yourself.
Yeah, it would definitely... But I think it would actually be presented by an ex-Love Island contestant, so I don't know how familiar you are with Love Island.
I watched it, unfortunately.
Fantastic.
I'm sorry that I do what I do.
Yeah, fantastic. So it would be presented by, like, a person who came, like, 3rd or 4th in Love Island.
Right.
It is, like, the most interesting contestant.
Not a Z-lister, but a minus Z-lister.
Yeah.
Is Ben any good at photo mode? I think you need some Ben works of art.
Okay. Let's do a photo. How do I do that? Fantastic.
Where are you going with that camera? Wait. It's not quite in focus at this point. It's your silence that's cracking me up.
Just let it happen. There. Field of view.
In the leather pants as well. I think we need to sharpen this.
Yeah, we do. You've got to do depth of field. That's nice. The focal distance is there.
This couldn't be a better photo. You guys wanted to see the skills in photo mode. This is exactly what you wanted, hopefully.
Field of view, blur.
Has Ben played Plague Tale? I think he has, yes.
Yes. Depth of field. Okay. How does this feel? I feel like that's good.
That's a good picture. Torgal is just sniffing the sand.
Yeah, I want to get more of Torgal in.
Got a bit of crotch. We've got Joshua looking dishevelled. Jill is like, what's happening?
Hide the HUD.
There we are.
That's lovely. Do I take a HUD or anything?
There. And then take screenshot. Perfect. Thank you. Everyone happy?
That nice?
Yeah? Interesting scenery. Good angle, not
I think it's quite good.
a crotch picture.
I get tagged in a lot of photos by like professional people who like their job is to be like professional photo people on.
Oh yeah, anytime we do a video game voice, you like the photo mode tags. I probably get one a day of Plague Tale on Instagram.
I think we can all just agree that was.
I think that was the best photo you've ever taken.
Thank you. Sorry, it's just weird. You just took ages to compliment me there on what I did.
The camera always goes to Clive's crotch whenever I open it. Well, that's the game's fault then. You can't blame yourself. If that's
The game knows what you want.
Oh, Dion's still here.
Ifrit, your resolve didn't falter. No.
Someone asked a question about his birth mother in the chat.
I continue to be bewildered by fate. But I should meet with my old tutor here. At the very end of the world.
He's one of my favourite characters.
I thank you.
Many people's, rightly so.
With all my heart.
And his outfit is my favourite. No
For giving
offense.
me this chance. And I thank you for taking it. Should like to look upon that flower once more. When I am worthy.
Oh,
I stand ready to leave for Origin at your word. May Grieger go with us. And see us safely home.
it's like an armour robe with chainmail. It's so cool. His outfit.
A dragoon.
Yeah.
Nice.
I recognise him from Survivor.
Recognise him from Survivor?
You.
Oh, from the film Survivor. Yeah.
There you go. We found it.
Okay, we did it from that movie.
Dion just looks so sad always. I know. I mean, he's not really had a lot of joy happen to him. I think it fits. Oh, the matey photo. I love it. Dun, 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 dun.
Yeah, let's get to the foot fetish community.
Foot pics for free.
Here you go. Not Clive, though. You can get rid of Clive!
But you can't get rid of Dion?
Guys.
I'm out.
He was never there.
It was all... You know what? We were talking about the game at the end being like part of your imagination. It turns out maybe Clive didn't even exist.
And just like that, he was gone. That's good that you can do that. Normally
you can get rid of the companions too, though. So if you wanted a photo of Clive somewhere cool, you could get rid of like Jill or Joshua, but no.
No, let's get rid of Clive.
No.
Bye. Bye.
Bye. Favorite film is Moulin Rouge. It's one of my favorite films ever. And that end scene of Ewan McGregor holding Nicole Kidman's body and ugly crying.
Yeah.
At the end of this game, immediately for some reason transported me back to that Ewan McGregor moment, and that was like so similar to me in a perfectly like emotional way.
Spoilers.
Don't worry. Spoilers.
I just say this before I say this. That scene, I was very lucky that Jonathan had already done his bit when I did that scene.
Oh,
and so I listened to the whole thing, and so it enabled me to get to the point. I did that scene in
he did such a good job on that.
Yeah,
one take.
So we did the whole thing. It wasn't even split up. It was just go all the way through and go mad.
One take wonder. Look at him.
You're welcome.
What's your football club?
I don't have one.
Doesn't care.
I do care. I care about football greatly.
Flying Moogles about it.
No, don't say that. Don't say that. I care deeply.
He cares deeply about football, but has no team.
I have no team. I'm a wandering nomad.
Oh, not an air. I swear, fighting things in the air is so much more different to.
Yeah, it'll come down to ground.
Phoenix and a free. I died. I did.
The wild wyvern.
Do.
The boy. Oh, that's going to be
Belphegor.
Yeah.
Level 30 and we are 46. No sweat. Hold my beer. Oh, you were hitting Hellfire instead of a freak's body. I was. There's a bit in those big icon fights where
where you're shooting him.
They are charging.
Yeah. I know exactly.
Yes, they're charging a big attack.
A lot of streamers died to this.
Yes.
You are not.
But it's happened twice where I didn't realise they're charging something, and I'm not realising that I'm supposed to be interrupting that, and I'm just kind of like I'm just kind of evading and dancing around, and then I die. Because that charge attack is a one shot.
It is a one shot.
Oh, I died 18 times in my playthrough.
That's good to know.
In 69 hours. It's not too bad.
It's pretty good.
Boom. Beautiful. Spoils. What do we get? Just 2 talons. What the?
All that for 2 talons.
Does this still work even though I'm not? Oh no, it doesn't.
What does that do?
That's a swear button. Oh, I know why. There we go.
Okay. Do you want me to say some stuff? And you just leave it out? Hello, you stupid. Does that work?
Do it again.
No,
Wait.
You've got to bleep it out.
Wait. Again.
Hello, you stupid person. I really want you to... And I don't like the way that you... And it's absolutely incredible that you... Please don't ever say that to my... Again.
Loved it. And that's how we evade bad language on the stream.
Yeah. Torgal, my wounds boy. Joshua.
Wait.
Joshua, why the are you standing there? I've told you multiple times that we need to kill the out of this demon. And you're just doing nothing. And Jill, don't get me started on the way that you just... That last thing. This is embarrassing for all of us. I have promised everyone at the hideaway, everyone, that we are going to kill the out of these monsters. And they are still everywhere. Does that help?
Yes! This is the unfiltered version.
This is why I shouldn't be allowed to stream.
There's FF16 and there's FF16 uncut. This is making my whole morning so much better.
Where the is Ambrosia? Ambrosia! There you are. Come on, girl. Let's go.
Faster!
This is fun. This is a fun detail.
The scarecrows?
Yeah. Do you see these?
Yes.
Thanks, girl.
Oh my god, that side mission where that kid has killed the bearer of the
Chloe side mission.
Oh, that side mission was good.
Yeah.
Juicy.
It was a juicy one. I really enjoyed shouting at that kid. Not really shouting like, ugh. You piece of shit.
Pay money to see Ben voice Vivi.
May I recommend people going and watching the Memoria Project on YouTube, headed up by Dan Eder. An amazing team. I think it already has millions of views on YouTube, and it is a fan remake of the opening section of Final Fantasy IX. And Vivi is voiced by Sarah Daniels, who is not only a Twitch streamer but also a brilliant voice actor. So if you want to go and hear what I think is a brilliant performance as Vivi, Sarah Daniels as Vivi.
There you bloody go. Look after him. Don't be weird.
Nope.
Don't be weird to him.
Hello, everyone.
Oh no. Oh no.
Hello, everyone. This is the first time that I've been given this sort of power. What are we going to do? How can we? Oh no. Okay, I'm the captain now. I'm in charge. Firstly, everyone, thank you. Yeah, that's right. Let's go and create some mischief. Let's see what's on her active time law. No, skip that. Skip.
Oh no.
Okay. Let's leave.
Try to stay out of trouble.
I won't tire. I'm going to go directly into trouble. Let's go. Can I just take this moment to thank everyone for watching this stream, because I still find it very strange that anyone would have any interest in wanting me to play this video game. So thank you very much. This is probably the most terrifying thing, being a little bit of myself in front of people, so this is awesome. What are we going to go and kill, everyone? Let's have a look. I don't want to do the Breaker of Worlds, that looks way too hard. Muddy Murder. Hawks Cry Cliff. I know where that is. Thanks for coming by and answering questions. You're so welcome. You're so welcome. I forget that a lot of people don't know a lot of the things that I know, because I've spent such a long time knowing all of this stuff. You want to try an S rank? Yeah, you do. Okay. Let's try an S rank. I know where there's an S rank. Breaker of Worlds. Martha's Rest. We're going to try an S rank, everyone. We're going to do the Breaker of Worlds. I believe it's probably the same level that I am right now, so we're going to do that. Thank you, people, for thanking me for streaming. It's fine. Can't wait to see or hear my future work. Yeah, it's weird, isn't it? Isn't it weird? Let's go.
Come on.
How was my Mario audition? Yeah, it went really well, guys. I got the part. Yeah, I got the part. When I come back, can we just pretend like something really awful's happened? Just be like, I can't believe Ben did that, and then we're just not going to tell her what I did. So that's going to be the joke that we're going to do. Nothing's happened. Nothing's happened. We're all good.
Just inspecting the situation.
Sorry, I didn't mean to.
Having a look around.
He said, well, oh my god.
Oh my god, everyone in chat, he said what? Okay. Maybe it's for the best that I don't know what to say.
You don't need to know.
Yeah.
All I'm going to say is that you might just see, you might have a couple of messages coming your way soon.
Okay.
Official messages from the government.
Government messages.
Yeah.
Atlas. 20,000 gil for this.
20 G's! Load them up!
Oh, he looks annoying.
Another relic of the fallen.
The Relic of the Fallen.
It seems this one has a little more life left in it. All right then.
Do all the lines kind of blend into one, so you wouldn't be able to remember when you did what and when?
I would not remember.
Yeah,
I've done so many lines. There are some ones that you do remember.
Like, oh, that was this year, or that was...
Yeah, I remember where I was because of, like, the final scenes of the game. I don't exactly where I was.
Yeah.
It was super cool. But, yeah.
Will of the Wikes times 60, what does that mean?
Just hit you 60 times.
What's Will of the Wikes then?
This thing got surrounded.
Oh. Oh god, fire, flames. Oh! My wounds, boy.
My woundsy McBoy boy.
McBoy wounds.
Ah, my one deli wounds.
Stagger boy.
Really wasting my time there. Really just massive my time.
I hate when someone's staggered and I don't press the right thing on time and then it's wasted all the staggered time.
Wasted it.
My boy wounds.
Why are you doing that?
It took a good chunk. Did you never use the flame wheel? What?
Scarlet Cyclone.
What are you parrying? How do you parry so well?
As
I
I
was
say-
so bad at that.
As I say to all of my family, don't hate the player, hate the game.
Oh my god.
What was your favourite boss battle? Titan?
Yes. I think because it felt the most, I mean, all of them felt so epic. I thought that Barnabas would end up feeling more epic than
Yeah.
Titan did, but Titan still felt more epic than that.
Yeah. It's a different type of fight, isn't
Yes,
it? It's more
yeah,
of a-
very different, that's true. One of them is massive, one of them is a person. Woo! Woo, whoa, whoa. Guys, what was your favourite boss fight?
Yeah, what was your favourite boss fight?
Bite?
Boss bite?
Boss bite.
Tell me of your favourite boss bite.
Tornado will always be the ability of our hearts. Thank you, man.
Right, I'm going to put Tornado back because it's like coming in someone's house and rearranging all their furniture.
Oh wow, Bahamut. People are saying Bahamut. Oh really?
It is the famously good fight in the game. This is the one that, like, when people are talking about.
Yeah. How come? Odin. Typhon. Benedicta.
Typhon?
Typhon and Bahamut. Titan for me. Midnight Raven.
Midnight Raven. Who said that?
Chef Burrows. Titan is still the fight that made me that made me take 5 minutes afterwards to go, wow, okay. Same. Do you remember that fight took me probably about 25 minutes. It was a boss fight that took half an hour.
Yeah.
And then afterwards I sat back and we all just like dealt with it because it was so big. It felt like the longest one.
It is, because then even after you defeat him, it's like
You're running up his arms, like
yeah.
you suddenly, the sense of scale was amazing. I thought it was just amazing.
Yeah.
And all of his
There
stuff,
is.
really, fighting him first time, cutting his hands off was just insane. And then knowing that he wasn't dead and wondering how he was going to manifest the second time, and then him becoming literally a cliff face, amazing,
Amazing.
amazing.
Good girl.
Good girl.
So yeah, we're gonna do it.
Is this
This is Farrog. This is the hardest.
this is the chunky one before he has to
Chunky
go.
boy.
Before he has to go.
I don't technically have the best setup for this, so I might.
You can reschedule,
change
reshuffle.
something out for it. How many abilities do I have?
Ifrit is so tiny compared to the other icons. I agree. It's funny because when Clive gets into Ifrit, you go, oh my gosh, we're so big
Yeah.
and powerful, and then you
Yeah.
look at him compared to everyone else, and you're like, oh shit.
Straight home now.
Well, you could just stay here and pick me up on the way back.
Ooh! An egg chest?
Egg chest.
Beautiful.
Another relic of the fallen.
Is it true that Ifrit is just a big fire dog? Many people think so.
Yep, just a fire dog. Confirmed.
just a dog with some flames. Oh, he gets a whole cutscene. Oh! Svarok,
Yeah.
welcome to Russia.
Yep.
Flounder. This beast isn't to be trifled with.
Oh, he already looks annoying. This already looks stressful.
That's annoying.
He's bright red.
Right, red boy.
I wish Clive could just become a freak whenever he wanted to in the game. He'd just be like, bing. You just accept the truth whenever you wanted to and just become...
Just constantly accepting the truth.
Yeah. Oof, what's he doing? He's about to do something fun. No, no, no. Game of Thrones style, baby.
I'm trying
Ooh!
something. Hear me out. Oh no. Come on there.
The day before probably won't happen.
We did it, guys. We did it. We defeated him. No, that means game over for him.
Did you get one-shotted by something?
No, I just didn't take care of my. I didn't take care of my.
Damn it!
So there you go.
So close, though.
I'm a disgrace.
Mad hit you with the I'm not angry, I'm just disappointed. Oh.
Listen, I get it.
Oof.
Okay, I'm still going to use this. I'm going to use this ability.
It's the hero's journey. Have to have a loss before the final triumph. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I have actually.
And arguably, none of the actual in-game boss fights are S rank, so...
Oh, Ben, I'm so annoyed at myself. Why did I do this?
Why are you annoyed? What happened?
Because I have to master this in order to put it on here, and I don't have enough points.
Strictly said, can you tell Ben I prefer Noctis?
Yeah, you can. You can. I think you can prefer anyone. You don't have to like me the most. That's okay. I'm not going to get offended.
It was a kappa.
No.
It was a joke, but I mean...
No, I get it. No, just
he sounds fine. He sounds
wanna come in
really...
here? You
He
wanna come in
sounds
here?
okay with it.
You want to come into my house and tell me
He sounds
that Noctis, voiced by Ray Chase, who we all know is a talentless... What's Ray Chase ever done? What's Ray Chase ever given to video games?
Ever!
Ray Chase. Name one good character voiced by Ray Chase. I dare you. No, Ray. I was very lucky. I messaged before this game was ever released. I reached out to Ray and I was like,
did you?
I'm such a huge fan of yours. I really hope that I do you proud.
Did you?
Yeah, because I am, and I think he's really, really wonderful. No, I need Giga Flare. What did I do before? What have I done? Reset this. And yeah, and he's delightful and was very, very kind to me. So lovely man.
Aww.
Lovely man. All of the voice actors, I think, from Final Fantasy are really lovely.
Yes, except what's his name?
Ben Starr.
Yeah, Ben Starr. That's it.
Yeah, there you go.
Oh, thanks, Raj.
Oh, great! Do you know what I've done?
What?
I've actually not attached the other ability, so we're one ability down. Cool guy.
You didn't equip it?
No, didn't. Why would I want to equip
Shit.
it? Why would I want to do the one thing that I did?
God damn it! Level 50. Let's
know what we all
go.
remember?
Okay, we'll take it. That's a good. There we go. Oh.
It would be good if I
You've got some tonics as well if you need them. I forget about those tonics, but sometimes they can give you a bit of a
Don't forget the tons.
defensive boost. 0 ability run. Could you do that? Just have no abilities.
Brilliant.
That would actually be so funny.
Do it. Go on. Slap his legs.
If you get under his legs, apparently it's a piece of piss.
Yeah, this boss. Get under the legs, piece of piss. I got it. Don't worry about it.
What's an ability in a boss fight anyway? Exactly. Who needs it?
Yeah. Abilities are for losers.
See, this is where the tornado would have really come in.
I should have got the tawny in.
Just a quick taunt.
One quick taunt, and then we're away.
Quick taunt, quick limit break, and you're fine.
Quick. Just pop in the tawny.
Oh, thank you, Rain Man. I'll pass that on to him. He said that you seem like a good bloke.
Oh, thanks.
Good bloke.
I seem like a nice boy.
Is that just an English phrase, the word bloke? Do you say bloke in America? I feel like you don't. Do you guys say bloke in America? Or any other place? We don't. Raj is like, no. No, we don't say oh!
This is what happened to me last time. Because I wasn't keeping tabs on my...
Probably health.
I'm not...
It's because health gets... An attack can very quickly... It's not even like it's gradual, it just goes boom, bye-bye
I
health.
just don't want to anger people, that's why I don't stream, because...
You'll think you'll rage?
No, I think I would enrage people.
Oh! With your gameplay?
Yeah, with my gameplay.
I cheesed the end of Doom and I did a vote in the chat as to whether I continue or not because it was a glitch that took 2/3 of his health bar, the final boss. And they voted that I take the win. So I did.
Yeah, because the video game gave that to you.
It was a glitch! Isn't bloke an Australia thing? Oh, is it? A bloke? What a bloke.
It's also, get it.
I can't believe there's 2 Odin abilities on you right now when I've never touched them. Very impressed.
And you wouldn't do it again.
No. And he taught me exactly why I would never equip them.
Because I think we can all agree, Odin's for losers.
Hey, Caleb. Ben sounds like he's doing sometimes VA for Martin Freeman.
I do.
That's so random. How are you doing, Caleb? As an Aussie man, yes, we do use bloke. Okay. 9 out of 10 playthrough needs more tornado.
100%.
But at this point, the thing is though, you throw the tornado and the boss moves away from the tornado, so it doesn't. The tornado doesn't necessarily follow it. And you've wasted your time. Yes, Farag does not mess around. Oofed.
What do you want, mate? What are you gonna do?
Oh, we're
Get under the legs.
doing some balls. Oopsie daisy. Oh my lord above. I always wished that the charged shots were a bit more powerful, because that's like the only real ranged attack that we have. Embroil? What does that mean? Stop it!
Oh, that
Ouch!
should watch that.
Potion.
Ah!
Potion, maybe.
You know what you gotta do?
I'm backseating!
If you could backseat on my health though, that would be great.
Yeah, that's what I was saying, potion.
Thank you.
Potion.
Potion.
Okay, no backseating will occur except me saying potion. Deal?
I don't have any potions left because I've not done this.
It's Spazzy reminding me of my own rules in stream. Clive needs to learn that Ifrit skating thing.
Oh,
the
ignition.
run. I love that
Yeah,
thing.
I think we used to use that then.
Too slow.
Too slow. May I remind you, Clive? you
Less
just-
than half. Love it. He's staggered, baby. Gesundtag. Oh, okay, no. We're doing mega, giga,
Sorry, what was it?
something flare. A flare of something.
We're doing.
Can Anna backseat how I live my life? I'm sure she lives a healthy lifestyle. Oh my god, not at all. Healthy? I can't bring myself to exercise and I love bubble tea and burgers. It's terrible. It's terrible. I think my metabolism is very lucky for the way that I live my life. But I need to make changes the older I get.
Last Dance. That doesn't sound good.
Oh god. More balls. Embroil. Embroil plus balls. Oh dear. Beautiful timing. 5th precision dodge. Oh. It's okay.
I swear to God.
Health.
If you
Yeah.
say
Okay. I'm jinxing it.
Jesus Christ. We get it. You're a dragon.
We goddamn. Big boy. Oh, he's mini staggered.
He's got a mini stack on him.
Yep. His neck is down.
Daring time to do this. Fantastic.
Damn
That's
it,
really
it
good.
hit the
Really
rock.
great. Just hitting the rock. That's it, Clive. Doing really well. Doing really well, Clive. Everyone's watching.
Health. Okay,
Might just do a stone skin tonic because
Yeah.
why not?
let's tonic it up.
Ton up. Tons up.
Fuck that rock up real good. Hey Gaming. Gaming Madness said hi, Anna and Mario.
This is becoming...
Health. Dodge. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. You're gonna be fine. You're gonna be absolutely fine. with
Am
this.
I?
Yep. You're gonna be fine. You've got 2 potions and 1 high left, and 1 tonic left again.
That's an inventory tech on the tons. Thank you, Anna. Thank you.
Over.
Gonna get a tier 4 on the go. Red Dawn. Red Dawn.
Oh!
Ah! No! No!
Health. And if you need health, you can also do limit break because it also gives you health.
Thank you.
Okay.
Limit! Oh no! You know what I'm gonna do? You know what I'm gonna do?
What? Limit break?
This. Because I think. Hear me out. Hear me out.
Okay, staggered, staggered, staggered.
Hear me out. This should work.
Slice and dice. Oh! Absolutely freaking brilliant. First time, first try, S rank.
First try.
Svarog is taken out of my account.
First try. The only try.
I don't know what you guys thought you saw half an hour ago. Wasn't happening. This is what's happened.
I know, so close to 11-5s in a skill finish.
That is what I'm talking about.
Yeah. No need for a tornado, because tornado's the worst, am I right? Don't high-five that. You love
I
tornado.
was just kind of trying to be involved with what you said.
I think I did quite well then.
I think you absolutely did.
Yeah.
First try.
First try.
I know.
No other tries were needed. You said you wanted an S rank, I did too.
2 S ranks. And you got me a bronze trophy.
I did so well.
I'm just reaping the benefits, really.
You are, yeah.
Still alive, are ya?
Just about, to be fair.
Karen, you.
Going purse weighing you down?
Yes, it is.
I mean, it's true. I have 301k. Look how much money I have, guys. I think before you go, you should buy a round for the tavern.
Yeah. Okay.
And buy a song of your choice. It's on me. You buy your favourite piece of music and buy a round.
What can I get you, Sid?
I always thought she was quite good looking too. She's
pretty.
She's a snack. Ethodge, thank you for the follow.
Should we buy a round for the hall?
Yes, round for the hall.
Honestly, Sid, you're too nice for your own good.
How many times have we done that? Spend 36,000 gil. You get an achievement for spending 36k. Sorry,
Yeah.
get back up.
No, don't, babe. It's nice though.
36,000. I mean, who was to know that was probably a secret trophy? I wouldn't have realised.
Look at the definition on some of those. That's really lovely. Look, you can see the kind of. That's nice.
Some of those what?
Just like on her skin, you can just see it. Like, and here on this.
The brooch. PS5.
Oh, don't
Oh
see
dear.
that.
Do you hear that, ladies and gents?
The
The
sound
next
effects I could
round's
really do without
courtesy
at
of the
times like
realm's
this.
most benevolent outlaw.
Wait for it. Now, why do they do this?
Yummy.
I don't know how they recorded
Keep the
that.
mug handy.
Who recorded? Did someone just sit there by the close to the mic and be like,
Yeah.
okay, and a song of Ben's choice before he
Okay.
departs.
I'm gonna play some. What's this one? Sound of the Belcroy.
It's a good one.
I like this one. I think it's forever. Sing it for me.
I don't know the other bit. Just
Ready?
oh,
This is the bit that this is the bit that I want to do like a flowy dance to.
It's harp, right?
Did you ever do that as a kid, where you would just dance for your parents?
Oh yeah, it would always to be Bewitched, which is the Irish pop band.
C'est la vie?
Yes, C'est la vie. Or Roller Coaster.
Roller Coaster.
I would be like, sit down, I'm performing this for you right now. And here we are, both actors.
Yeah.
Cringe.
Yeah. So if you want to become a voice actor, what you got to do is first perform.
Yes, you have to go right back in
Bewitched
time
songs.
to a time of when you were young and free.
Okay.
It's called Good Bones.
Good Bones.
It's called Good Bones.
You know what they mean by the Good Bones?
Do, 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 do. Boom, 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 boom.
My favourite piece of music is not available here. Here we go. Lovely, Dark and Deep. It's my fave.
Lovely,
Cannot find a
dark,
better
and
price
deep.
than that.
How much was that? 40,000?
Don't ask questions.
Okay, sorry. No, I have enough money.
Finished,
I
are you?
Splash the
defeated
cash.
Svarog.
Dum,
What did we
dum.
get for defeating Svarog? Lovely, Dark and Deep is what we got.
That's what we get.
It's fine. Lovely, Dark and Deep.
Lovely, dark, and deep.
Lovely, dark and deep.
Set as background music. This is a permanent background song now. Let's go.
Never not this.
Full volume.
You're probably wondering, why is this my favourite?
He'll tell you. He'll tell you right now. Once upon a time.
Once upon a time, there was a young boy named Ben, and he had dreams of becoming an actor. And when that day came, he had other dreams. Dreams of one day changing the fate of Final Fantasy forever. And he did. And for 4 years he worked hard, day after day, toiling to make sure the fans would have the best version of Clive they ever could. And then one day the game came out, and everyone made thirsty fanfiction of him. And they lusted after his body, and they wrote naughty, naughty things. And it made Ben sad, because Ben thought that people liked Clive for his personality, for his tenderness, but all they liked him for was his chest. So one day Ben sat back and went, why fight it? Just embrace it.
Lean in.
Lean in. And that's what he did. So now Ben just thinks about Clive's chest all day.
Every day.
Thank you.
Someone said, what a slutty waist.
Honestly, slutty waist, slutty chest, all of it.
It's the leather. It's all of the leather.
But Lovely, Dark and Deep, isn't it great? Like,
Great song. Ooh.
that's what kicks in.
I saw the word Twilight and I panicked that you actually thought that I thought you meant the Twilight soundtrack, and I was like, we're not going to ruin this moment with the Twilight soundtrack. What a great song to have in the background as we thank you for the past 4 hours.
Thank you.
Thank you for coming all the way here.
You're very welcome. Thank you
You
for
have,
having me on my
like,
here.
honestly, no jokes aside, like, Ben has people pulling him in so many different directions. So, like, thank you so much for doing this for us, because I know it's, it's now the 3rd longest game I've ever streamed on this channel in 2 years. It was a big, big, big playthrough, and a big part of the last 4 years for me as well, even though it was a lot smaller. It was spread out, so I was doing it for such a long time.
Yeah.
Thank you for everything. Thank you for your questions.
Thank you.
Thank you for looking after him.
I hope it was informative.
I think it was very informative. There
Yeah.
was good amounts of light and shade. There was acting. There was nuance. There was information. There was laughter. There was sadness.
Yeah. Yes, wonderful. Thank you for having me.
Thank you so much.
You're very welcome.
Honestly, been so nice to have you. Thank you so much.